gonna pretend this is the first time. Pretending this is the first time.
Oh man, it's great to be back, guys.
It's good to be
really
back
hope
and
I don't regret that other shot.
not having. Oh, you're going to.
Oh, I really
You are.
hope I don't regret that
You
other
are.
shot.
You're going to.
Yeah.
You're gonna see him fade in about 45 minute mark.
minutes,
Let's
yeah.
see, what time is it?
Nah, you know what? Nah, I think I'm on it today.
Is that a
I'll tell
challenge?
you why.
Hold on, let me do the intro. Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the podcast where we pull back the curtain, give you some insight on what goes on behind the scenes, our favorite bar and restaurant. We like to call that the industry perspective. See, that's fine that I did that because I wasn't about to.
What's up,
fucking choke on myself.
motherfuckers?
Huzzah! Bitches.
That's your catchphrase now.
No, I don't. Before you started your spiel, I was about to start saying, "Get down on it, get down on it."
Then that
I
will
accept
be
that
your
as the catchphrase.
that could be your phrase.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Get down on it.
Dun, dun.
Welcome
Speaking
back
of get down on it, thank you for coming back and getting down on this podcast,
for the
man.
third time.
Yeah. You
And-
are the first three-peat.
Yeah,
Cool.
back to back to back.
Yeah.
Holy
back.
shit.
Thank you, man. Nobody puts up with us for that long.
No. And we've got our audio dialed in now,
I hope.
Yeah.
so there's
I
not going to be any more
absolutely
issues.
hope.
Yes. Good thing there's no audio issues like your last pod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or any other instances.
Yeah.
Right.
Welcome
The
back.
other instances
No.
that weren't filmed
Right.
or recorded.
Mm-hmm.
Checking that laptop.
So how you
eh?
been, man?
Just alive and well, man. Just dealing with, I guess my time at. Now I can finally say it. Beauty in Essex.
Ooh.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
God, we need a
well,
soundboard. You know what's cool? Time out, real quick. We can actually put sounds and
I
stuff
know.
like that. Yeah.
I
You can
know.
just.
I
Look
know.
at his
Do
face.
you,
He says,
do
"I
you
know."
want to edit this episode?
No. I mean,
Oh,
we can do
you
it
can
while
have it.
recording,
I know.
and then it's. We'll do it next time.
I kind of like our like.
We'll do it
we
next
just
time.
kinda Do it.
We'll do it next.
So,
Beauty in Essex, eh?
yeah.
Beauty in
dude, it's,
Essex.
I actually never been. Well, I never will.
You
go
didn't miss out.
at this point.
You didn't
but
miss out.
Okay. So let me say this.
I'm talking from a hater standpoint. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah.
Raphael.
I do want to say this about the concept itself and the time that I worked there. There were a lot of good things, but there were a lot of things
Name
that were
10.
not done. There were a lot of things that were not done correctly, especially for how much money was being spent on things there.
Mhm.
This is just me personally. I feel if you're going to charge the amount that you do for the dishes that you have and claim to be offering a upscale experience,
Mhm.
then you yourself have to be upscale in all aspects.
Yeah.
And it felt like they just cut so many corners because they were always treated like the little brother, little sister restaurant to, Tao.
Yeah.
Which,
Oh.
when you really look at it, with them being next door to each other, there should have been a lot more, camaraderie between the two.
So they felt like very much different
It-
Oh
restaurants.
yeah, we were all just different.
It felt like varsity versus JV,
Word.
and the staff at Tao makes sure that you know that.
Wow.
That's how they view you. They
Okay.
view you as not good enough to work with them. And I can understand how you feel that way working in a place that brings in the amount of money that it does. But at the same time, a job is just a job, man. It doesn't
Yeah.
make you better, but people get lost in the funk, man.
I get lost in the fucking sauce.
There you go.
Yeah.
Lost in the fucking sauce.
I mean, it was cool while it lasted. Y'all worked there. That's where I met you, beautiful people.
Oh, thanks, man.
But it was like
We were actually beauty-less people.
Mm. Yeah, we didn't last that long.
I didn't even try to make a joke. I'm sorry.
Beauty lessons.
Beauty.
Yeah, come on.
All right.
Let them have it.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, man, it was a long, grueling 3 years, and
A little
I
bit
What
closer to
job
the mic.
titles did you hold there?
A little bit closer to your mic.
porter, barback, busser, and then bartender.
How'd you like bartending?
I think it was the best of it all because, actually, no, I'm lying about that. because bar backing, I worked alone and only worked with either 4 or 2 bartenders at a time, and then I was mostly on my own. Then as a bartender, you had to rely on someone, and sometimes that someone wasn't always the greatest. And shit, I might not even have been great myself, but it still happens.
Yeah.
So it's a bittersweet with bartending. The guests really make up for something, even though I sometimes hate them. But it's easier.
Ooh.
It was easier.
Tell me about a bad experience bartending.
Before you do, let me make one small adjustment that I'm noticing by sitting on this side.
Oh, he's getting up and he's moving. He's adjusting there. He's adjusting the mic. This is just to fill up the audio space here, guys.
Vamping.
And vamping?
Vamping is like when you just like need to talk to fill space while something's loading or something like that.
I didn't know that's what it was called. When you said vamping, I was thinking about back in like 2011 when people were like up at 2 a.m. vamping as their status. Do you not remember that?
No.
Oh God, never.
Vamping?
Yeah. Anyways, besides the point.
Yeah.
That's what people in Twitter in 2011, 2012 would say when they were up at like 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, be like up vamping, which meant they
Yeah, I
just
remember
weren't
that.
tired or falling or sleeping.
More reasons to not like to enjoy the fact that I wasn't on Twitter back then.
Yeah,
You were saying.
but you were saying.
What was I saying?
Well, I was asking about if you had any cool
Oh,
stories
yeah.
since you started bartending. Or bad stories.
So-
Red flags.
Red flags. Now that you're a grizzled
Red
veteran
flags.
with a 1,000-yard stare and that look in your eye.
Honestly, it's the hiring process of some people.
Into the mic.
Yeah, it was just some hiring process that go down. It's like, I don't know how sometimes you can find some people charming,
Hmm.
or if you think that they'll do a good job behind the bar, they could handle stress or something. It's weird.
Oh.
I think that was one big red flag because there has been some people. I'm pretty sure y'all even met them too. Because now thinking about that, it's like, yeah, it's just a hiring process.
So you
But-
feel like maybe they're not asking the right question, or they weren't asking the right questions, or
No, it's just
not valuing the right traits.
not valuing the right traits. Because it's like, I mean, yeah, I've done some fair share of like actually talking to people, getting to know people, and when it comes to hiring, but it's like there's some moments where like, how did you not see past this bullshit?
Yeah.
It's like, you meet some people where you're just like, you get that feeling, you're just like, I think you're bullshitting.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you don't know how to do that mostly every time you're going to hire someone, it's fucked.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I mean, I remember that when we worked with you, there was a time where you were still a busser, and I remember me and a couple other people were saying they should have him as the bar back right now because the bar back that we had at the time was.
Not
He
good.
was a bitch
Yeah.
and
Oh
clueless.
no! I'm not even
Not
talking
only
about him
was-
yet. The one before him.
Oh, before him.
The one you're talking about was who I was about to bring up. He
Oh.
was hired to replace that guy,
Oh.
and I was like, no, just let Junior have it. Remember the one guy? I don't remember his name, but he used to always like call out once he got to be a bar back. He just wanted to be a bartender, but then he wanted to be a pilot, but he also wanted
Oh,
to be a
all right. So
bartender.
that is who I was talking
Yeah.
about. Okay.
Yeah, but then they were like, when he quit, they decided to hire another guy, and that's the guy that you met.
That's the
Yeah,
piece of shit.
yeah, that guy fucking
Snake.
sucked.
Snake.
But again, that leans into what you were saying as far as the hiring process, because you could tell from the moment that you met that guy. I think his name was Marcus. Fuck him.
Yeah.
But from the moment you meet him, you're like, oh, you're very disingenuous. You're not real. So how is it that the person hiring that person doesn't see the fakeness unless that's just what you want to surround yourself by? You want people to make yourself feel better.
Oh yeah.
But
Oh, that's definitely who our manager was.
Rosebud.
Yeah.
Oh god.
It's like
I love that visual. That was great.
it's like you know who the ass kissers are, and it's like you'll tolerate them because you have to work with them, but you don't necessarily have that friendship because it's like, why would I? And that was another problem with that place. It was just that who was kissing ass, who was part of that inner circle, and as much as I care for you, but fuck you for a little, it's like it's not cool that I know that I have to try and have effort into what I do when you could just kick back and have her behind you and just be like, yeah, I like her, this. And it's
Yeah.
like, to the end, it was like that.
Does it feel like, I mean, I've experienced this at Redacted, but does it feel like sometimes people are hired just to fit a certain aesthetic for
Oh,
what?
most definitely. There's a few
Yeah.
people that I wish you guys could meet that would just laugh about, and you're just like, do you maintain a job? Then you realize, oh, you're just pretty, or hey, you're just good looking and fucking funny or something.
Yeah.
But
Mm.
I
But-
mean, there are also good looking people who do a good job.
Yeah,
Oh, no, yeah,
of
that is-
course.
Because that was one of the things I was impressed by. While in my time working there, that there were some people who were very outwardly attractive, but also very intelligent, very passionate about what they did. They wanted to give good service at all times. And I understand that those few people are few and far between, especially within this industry. But at the same time, you don't hire people just because they have this trait that you want without looking through the bullshit to see the rest of it. And I feel like that's where those inner circle things come into play, because when you see someone who has all of those traits, that like they have the physical aesthetic, the mental aesthetic, the passion, the drive, and then they are hanging around someone of power, it's not that you gravitate to the person of power, you gravitate to the people who gravitate around them. And sometimes those people are still good people too, and they only see the good in the person that they're following.
Honestly,
Not to say that that's what was happening, but at the same
Sure.
time, we've all seen that.
and I will say this much, and I mean this person, I do not speak for anybody here. If your whole personality is I'm from New York, shut the fuck up.
That sounded so direct and specific.
To a group of people. And it's like, it's not just the people that I worked with, but I've truly met these people outside. And it's like, who gives a fuck if you're from New York? You're in LA, you're on the West Coast. New York don't mean shit out here. Just because you from fucking Queens, Brooklyn, fucking, I don't give a Upper West Side Manhattan, I don't care. You're in LA. You ain't shit out here.
I thought we were gonna have to say that.
This is so direct and specific and targeted.
Wow.
Okay.
God.
Let me sweep a little bit.
Wait, hold on, before you sweep,
Shout out to New York listeners. We love you.
This is me just venting off of me leaving this
let him
job.
cook. Let him cook.
This is just me venting off of me leaving this job, so don't take it personally.
Right.
But if you're gonna start working at an establishment, one thing I learned: be yourself. Don't try to make it or connect with people for something that doesn't matter. Especially in this job, because the biggest connections I ever made, even outside of my own job, was, "Oh, you like this? I like that too. Oh shit, you had a bad day? I had a bad day too. Oh shit, you drink this? I drink this."
Yeah. I will. Okay,
Hold on,
let-
he
okay, I wanna
he
sweep
makes
some-
that comment while I'm wearing a Cub shirt
okay.
and we're in LA.
Yeah.
So I'm like, damn, did I catch a strike?
That's what I'm saying. Let me sweep a little bit. 'Cause I do feel every piece of what you're saying. But there's one thing you did say that I feel will be lost because of what you said afterwards. You said, if you make being from New York your entire personality,
Yeah.
then fuck you.
Yes.
So it's not if you're from New York, fuck you.
Yeah. Good cleanup. Good cleanup. Good
You
cleanup.
know, I mean, you are in LA.
Yeah.
Remember where it ain't where you from, it's where you at.
Yep.
At the end of the day, that always matters. But
Yeah.
there are some people that's the only personality trait they have. Just like
Yeah.
some people, the only personality trait they have is their looks, or going to the gym, or having a nice car. Some people latch on to a certain thing, and you're just saying, you're sick of hearing that.
Right.
I believe, because I know I've felt the same way about people from any other city. You know, people come over here. And
Why do you keep looking at me?
I'm looking at everything.
We get it. You're from Chicago. You're Puerto Rican. Whatever, dude.
But I've also seen people come out here from Miami
Yeah.
and talk shit about LA because it's not as good as Miami, or people come out here and talk about how Houston's so great. I'm like, okay, then go the fuck back to Houston.
Yeah.
You know, because we had that when we lived in Phoenix. We'd live in Phoenix and we hear about how great New York was, and Boston and LA and all these places. It's like, so why the fuck are you in Phoenix, bro? Like, I think whenever you move from a place, yeah, you should still rep where you're at, but just rep where you're at. You don't need to shout it every 5 seconds because no one over here gives a fuck.
Just walking down the street, grab a stranger. Hey, did you know I'm from Chicago?
Yeah.
How could you tell? Just fucking grab him. Like, did you know? Could you tell? Was it the accent?
Yeah, I mean, make your connection, but still, it's like
In the mic.
still can't be your whole personality, man. It's just it baffles me, and I think I have connectional issues with society. Where it's like, no, that was another pet peeve of mine with management and some employees. It's like that was their clique. Just because you're there, and every time you're together, that's what you say.
Yeah.
What were your
what-
last days like there?
Sad.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I'm
He's
sorry.
hugging a fucking pillow.
I'm sorry,
You see, he's dealing with trauma.
Do you want the emotional support,
Kitty, bear.
androgynous?
Yeah. This is the support bear.
Honestly, it's not that it wasn't just that. It was
Closer to
fun
mic.
too. It was fun too, but it was the fact that everybody there kind of felt the same way, and we all realized we actually, as much as nobody really shares it or shows it, everybody cares about each other. So I think for first time experiencing that, it was pretty cool. I think that's what made it emotional. Not necessarily the venue, because I don't give a fuck about the place anymore, but
It was the people.
it was the people.
I
Yeah,
I
that-
definitely
that
want
was
to
the thing I missed.
reiterate too that when I celebrated the closing, it was more so just the people that ran it or oversaw it, I should say.
Or the people that ran it into the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did
Yeah.
feel for everybody there. It's like that fucking sucks. It does suck. Like
It does.
My heart goes out to you guys. It sucks that you maybe lose that camaraderie because I mean, what's the chances you guys are gonna hang out now?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I haven't been good at it recently because myself, but I've tried to make an effort to keep in contact with you guys, even though
Yeah.
we don't work with each other. So it's like
I mean,
know
that's why
it's
you're here for the
possible.
third time.
Exactly, like I know it's
Yeah.
possible.
And
I
we're
know
almost
it's somewhere
2-3
out there.
years separated from that place. So
Yeah. For real,
so I
dude.
mean,
two
you know.
for me.
yeah, when you do make great connections, then it doesn't matter the job or place. But when you have those people you're only connected and close to because of the job, and it's like, damn.
Then that's when you realize friendships are this, friendships are that. Because
Yeah.
like, sorry, it's just sad because then you start realizing like, oh, you were fake. You were fake. I like you, but why didn't you show yourself like this?
Fuck you, fuck you,
Yeah,
fuck you.
that's
You're
exactly what I'm
cool.
talking about.
Fuck you, fuck
Yeah.
you.
You're
I'm
cool.
out.
Yeah.
So like that was probably the worst of it, but knowing that I wasn't gonna be there anymore, and knowing that it was kind of a chip off my shoulder, because I know I should have left a long time ago, but I had to face it. I was new into bartending. I had to get my experience
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah.
So I had to.
It's still a good spot to
Yeah.
have on the resume too.
Yeah.
Still a great
Absolutely.
spot.
So it was nice. It was fun, honestly. After the official last day of it being open, within the next 2 days I felt better. Like, yeah, it was a weight lifted off my shoulders, and like now I can actually spend the day feeling happy, not having to go to work and dredge it. But it's fine. It was cool. Like how y'all say, yeah, it was being run into the ground, and I wholeheartedly agree. It's
Crash course. There was no chance of avoiding
Not
that
the
iceberg.
main
there.
course.
There was
No.
Denzel Washington wasn't saving this plane.
I'm drunk now.
Well, I was gonna say, like, I mean, there's got to be some fun to like knowing that it's because you had a 2 month like lead up,
Oh, yeah.
knowing because like I worked at a place where we found out like the day of, like, hey, we're closing. I mean, it closed because of COVID, pretty much. So it was like, hey, we're closing. We're definitely never gonna open. We're selling this place off immediately. So it's like, come and just grab food, and that's all we really got to like really respond to it. But like, I also know in my mind, I've thought about like, damn, if I had more time to really just have fun with a place that's closing and just like fuck off and do all the shit that I always wanted to do, like that should kind of,
Yeah, how
something
many
you
shots
could-
were you taking behind the bar?
Yeah,
All
bro.
right, low key, I wasn't necessarily taking the shots. I
Ah.
was giving them.
Okay.
Because
Taking shots vicariously.
Yes, because I was kind of the one that I get very weird when I drink, and I'm behind the bar.
Speak more to that.
Speak.
I was kind of feeling like very just nothing, Because whenever I drink behind the bar, it's like I feel like I get slower,
Okay.
and at
Got
some points
you.
you really can't. I can't be like that.
Yeah.
So by the end of the nights, I was just like, all right, we're closing down. I'll have fun now. One or two coworkers are fucking drunk. Dude, the bussers drunk every fucking day after they found out. There was a moment where you're just like, you gotta go fucking home, dude.
Yikes.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Um,
But it's also like you're not gonna fire me because you still need a busser for like the
Yeah.
next
Yeah.
You can't replace me.
right.
You can't put out
So,
that to
you
get
could-
somebody else.
You can send me home, but I will see you tomorrow, and I'll
Yep.
still be drunk.
Yeah,
What are you gonna do,
want
write me
a
up?
bus here for the next 3 weeks? You're
Yeah.
hired. Like,
Yeah.
no, that's not gonna happen.
Nobody's gonna
You
take
need
that
me.
fucking job. Yeah.
but I was kicking it. I was hanging out after work. I would try to invite people, and I'm just like, when's the last time we're really gonna all do this together? Like the reality of it, it's gonna be slim. So I'm just like, yeah, let's kick it whenever we want it. And it was
Keep in touch, bro.
Wait, what?
Yeah, bro. Keep in touch. Keep in touch. No, no,
Oh,
I'll hit you up. I'll hit you up.
I
No, we're gonna
heard
hang up.
you-
We're gonna hang out after this.
Nah, keep in touch, big dog.
Hey, oh,
I heard something way different. from
oh.
it was cool. Like I kept most of the people that I wanted to in touch, but other than that, it was just let's hang out after work. Let's do this after work. Oh, you in the shift? They wanted something. All right. If it was a chef, make me some fucking food. Like it became,
Make me the food, chef.
yeah. Like it really at one point it just kind of became like a quid pro quo. It's like hook me up with some food and I'll do
Just
this.
bartering and shit.
Yeah, some buster wanted this. Actually, I need the
Kiss the microphone.
Hey, talk like that. Seriously.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Take it with you.
the busters wanted fucking something to drink. I'd be like, all right, so I need more ice. I need more glass. I need more something. Something's gonna happen. I'm like, all right. And then servers, you pay me, so I don't really care. They tip you out, so I don't really care. Plus, it's fun to see you fucked up when you're helping guests because you're trying to figure it out. You're slowing down. You're just like, all right.
Been there.
They come
Been there.
up to you. They start mumbling. You're just like, oh, okay.
You're having a good shift.
Yeah. I'm just like, yeah. I personally didn't really have fun until like the last couple of days, but in reality, I just had fun. I had more fun having other people have a good time.
Okay, I like
Yeah.
that.
Because I mean, some of the bartenders there are kind of sticklers. So I'm just like, at least
Oh,
I could have fun knowing that I don't give a fuck anymore and you don't give a fuck anymore.
Yeah.
Wait, you still had bartenders giving a fuck? I know exactly who you're talking about, but I just don't understand how.
Just didn't want to pour it. I'm just like, dude,
Who
what do you think
are
they're gonna do with the inventory in a couple days?
What inventory?
Exactly.
what inventory? Exactly.
Whatever's left, management takes home when it's done.
Yeah, and
So you're saving bottles.
Or the
for
company
management?
sends it to their other
I'm gonna send
establishment.
it to Tao.
which they
Nah.
don't
Tao
use.
needs it.
Nah, so
Nah, managers and everything, they just take that and they just write it off. Fuck that. It's not gonna go back in inventory to make the company more money. It's gonna be the people who were above you making more money than you the entire fucking time. And now that this place is closing, it's easier for them to find a job because they got a better resume. Oh, this place is closing in 2 months. Let me send out my resume to some other people, some other places that I fucking know. They get to take all those bottles home, not the people there. Doesn't make any fucking sense to me how you can have a liquor room full of fucking liquor that you know is just gonna get written off, or you and your other fucking cronies are gonna take home. And yeah, I'm gonna say fucking cronies.
Damn.
And fuck that. Because there were too many bonuses that were never paid. Too many fucking we're gonna pay you a per diem for COVID time. That wasn't paid. Hey, you referred someone here and they've been here for 6 months, even though it says 90 days. Wasn't fucking paid. Because I personally brought in 2 motherfuckers who were there for longer than 90 days, and I ain't get shit. Nor did I get my COVID money. But I guarantee you all those other times that we'd have those private parties and there'd be bottles left at the end, where the fuck they go? I didn't see them going. If they went in the back, all of a sudden they disappeared. But I remember the beverage guy who took care of all that shit.
Yeah.
And he didn't take it home. So who the fuck took it home?
Hose.
Gunshots, air horns, air horns. Bam, 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 bam.
Right?
Yeah.
Like when you really just sit back and watch the way that these places operate, and I will peel back the curtain here on how I operate when it comes to this shit.
Peel it back.
I've never been management for a reason. I don't like you motherfuckers. Like, Dead ass. I don't fuck with managers like that unless I get to know them on a personal level and can see that they're good people. And they really don't care about the dividing lines between, okay, employee and person. Then I'll fuck with you.
Especially, I want to say in corporate world,
Right.
because
That-
like
and-
they're
yeah.
just about the bottom line
Exactly.
to like those hierarchy, like businesses, business people that are representing the corporation elsewhere.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'll say this, the more you go to a corporate structure, the less you can trust your fucking manager. When you work in a mom and pop place or
Oh, yeah.
a small owned place,
Yeah.
those are the places where you do get to be friends with your manager because they are just like you for the most part.
Right.
Yeah, they have some responsibilities outside of you. Yes, you have to answer to them. But they tend to treat you like fucking human beings with responsibilities and families. But the more you get into a corporate structure, they try to fake and act like they're your fucking friend.
All the
They
time.
give you word salads to make it seem like you're really important. You're a part of the fucking team.
Word
I'm not
salads.
a part of the fucking team. They corporate structure is just like working in a fucking cubicle, but you're taking care of guests.
Yeah.
Nah, fuck that. Fuck that, Sarah. Don't come to my fucking desk and act like you're my fucking friend. You're my manager. Give me some more pour spouts.
Yeah.
Why
Get
the
out of my
fuck do
face,
I have-
Karen.
Why am I
Fucking
chasing
do.
down pour spouts in a place that you just told me made $1 million yesterday?
Yeah.
Dude,
Explain that to me,
no, the pour spots at Beauty and Essex were rusty.
bro. I
Dude.
brought in my own.
They were rusty. I just
brought
want
in my own pour
Seriously?
spouts.
everybody out there. Yes, they were rusty. Oh my god! Underneath the bar top itself, where the wells are. Oh,
bro.
so gross.
It ain't even about the well. It's
So
about that
gross.
motherfucker being open while people are still dining and eating, but the fucking sewage was overflowing.
Oh my
and
god!
they had these
yes.
motherfucking
The
busters
Great
and
Dookie
shit
fiasco of
squeegeeing that shit out
2023.
the fucking building.
Holy shit.
No, that's what it's really like.
Roaches.
These corporate places, they act like they're the 5-star whatever. They want to promote their old Michelin or whatever shit, but they cut more corners than any place I've ever fucking seen
Yep.
because the people at top still got to get their bonuses.
Yep.
That's what it's really about. And you know who's taken care of when a place like Beauty and Essex closes? The people at the fucking top who made all that fucking money off of our backs. Sorry, y'all got me. I got robbed.
No.
Singer.
I fucking
Cook.
hate corporate places
Cook.
for that very fucking reason. They shit all over you, but tell you your family, which actually makes it feel like a real family because nobody shits like a family.
And that's how I felt about transfers. Now
When
that
you're here,
everything's
you're
closing,
family.
it's like
Yeah.
it really wasn't about families, or it wasn't about you're in our company. It was more like, oh, you got a manager approval, you're getting hired. Oh, you got a manager approval, you're getting hired. Oh, we need this. You were decent enough. They ask your manager, all right, fuck it, let's do it. I guarantee you, not the only people that got
Microphone.
Sorry, I was making a point, but the
Move it
only
with you.
Make it behind the microphone. Go like this.
the only
The
people
choppy
that
chop.
got transferred were the people that got a manager approval, and I don't think that's right.
God damn, he went Elvis on it.
Because it's like, I'm not saying that I was better than most people, but it's like I know that there are people that got transferred that didn't necessarily deserve it because their work showed it. But then there are those that just kind of left or just dipped because they couldn't find anything, and it's like, yo, how the fuck did y'all just fumble a ball on some servers, on a bartenders, busters, and a few runners because y'all were just going for manager approval? What happened to an interview process? Like, I could tell you all these fucking people that you hired were not that great.
Yeah, well, that's where that rosebud comes in, and from what I've seen, that's why a lot of those people do that. Job security,
Yeah.
you know. Which, I mean, get your bag however you can get it. Just don't expect me to respect you when I know you're not good at your job.
Do you want to tell us your Yelp review story or almost Yelp review?
Kind of hope it-
Oh yeah, you had a bad review recently.
Oh yeah. So
Let them cook.
it starts off on a bright sunny day.
Oh shit! He's giving us
Should we
narration.
Shit,
I'm gonna
he set
close
the
my
scene.
eyes.
I feel like I'm there.
Yeah. Hold on. Let's just
Yo,
visualize
So,
birds is chirping.
oh, shit. Oh,
bright sunny day.
chemtrails.
Hollywood, California,
Rob?
3 p.m.
No,
Yep.
yeah. So it was like I was in the shit. I was having a horrible day.
Mm-hmm.
My second bartender that was supposed to help me a little to close, was doing their bar backing job for the weekend because she does both. And I was in the shit. I had a full dining room, had a full bar and lounge, and I had tickets that were just racking up. And this guest comes up to me, starts asking me some questions, saying like he needs some water and shit. And these two caucus ladies, the caucus,
Caucus.
I'm gonna
Caucus.
say
Caucus
from the
ladies.
from the
Caucus.
Eastern European, they come to the bar and they sit down. And while I'm helping the gentleman, trying to get a server to help him pour some water because I couldn't help his table personally, she starts waving her hand and calling me out, yo, can you help me? Can you help me? Yeah, I need help. I'm just like, yo, what the fuck? Like, just I give her a side eye. I'm just like, I see you. I go back to my customer, get him the help that he needs. And by the time I'm done with him, she starts tapping the guest next to her, saying, yo, can you get my bartender's attention so that he can help me? Because I'm trying to get some help. And that's when I just look at her with this rude look in my eye. Like, there's no doubt about it. At this point in time, you're fucking rude. And there's no denying it. I'm
Bitch.
bothered by this. So I'm going to give you a rude attitude because you're doing it to me.
At that point, it's self-defense.
It's self-defense.
You
And
know?
not just that, but it's like, this is what I work here for. It's like, I need to help people, not just you.
Right.
So I go on and help her. I get her shit, whatever. And unfortunately, she didn't know our process because she's never been there. So I had to spiel this whole thing to her. And I'm like, all right, I have a few minutes to help them again. I'm making drinks, whatever. And after a while, she's ready to order. And I'm like, I'm sorry. Can you give me a second? Let me finish this cocktail, make my shit, put it on the wheel. And I go back to them like, yeah, what would you like? And she proceeds to give me a fucking attitude. And I'm just like, where the fuck did that come from? But like I said, I took it because I know I shrugged her off to finish what I was doing. So I'm just like, all right, at this point, I should just take it.
Man, interject. What this bitch order?
It was like some shrimp, pasta, and 2 mojitos.
Mojitos. Oh, that's why she was being so bitchy. She was a mojito bitch.
Mojito, bitch.
Oh,
From the Caucasoids.
that explains so much.
That
Yeah.
minty ass bitch.
Oh,
Mm.
missionary mojito, bitch.
Mm.
So that was our second interaction. That's what I'm gonna remember her by.
Mojito bitch.
So by our third interaction, I'm neck deep in fucking tickets. I'm so far behind. I feel so bad for my servers, but I still have a full bar, and my second bartender hasn't come down yet. And one of them spills their drink, and I'm in the shit, and I'm just like, I can't deal with this right now, but I have to deal with it. So I go up to her, and I go up to her with this like a deadpan face, no fucking smile, nothing, like no emotions, because I felt none at that
Yeah,
moment.
I'm just doing my work, bitch.
Yeah, I'm like doing my shit, and I guess she took it personally, and I'm just like, I pick up the glass, I start wiping down, and she just looks at me and tells me, "Why aren't you smiling?" I look up at her, and I'm just like, "Cause I'm very stressed out. I'm busy. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get it over with." And she's all like, "Well, if I had your job dealing with alcohol, I would always have a smile on my face."
Oh,
And I just look up at her. Well, it's a good thing I don't have to have a smile on my face for this job. And I just walk away. And
Mic drop.
It's true though. It's like, look, I'm behind the bar,
Bar towel drop.
which
There
I
it
kind of
is.
low key.
Just leave the bar towel right in front of her.
no, yeah. If you had my
Walk
job,
apart.
bitch, you do got my job now. Clean up your own shit.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And it's like, I don't know. Ever since that day, it's like it's been annoying me because she eventually went up to the manager. I helped her get our manager because I'm just like, yes, deal with this bitch. I don't want to deal with her. And she's like going off at me, going off at a guest, saying like, "Can you believe it?" I'm just like, all right, you know what? Whatever. They deal with it, and the manager dealt with it horribly.
Yeah.
The manager was cool, but she had no spine.
Oh,
So it's like
God.
she kind of froze up. She
The worst
comped her
kind of
whole
man.
bill.
Oh my God.
what a jellyfish!
Wow,
I hate
dude.
that shit.
Oh my
That shit happens at
Oh my
redacted all the
God.
fucking time.
You're just
Comp
enabling
a
the
whole
behavior.
bill?
Yes.
Bro,
A
because
whole bill.
you complain, they complain, you know they're complaining, they're just
Right.
they're just there to get
Right.
a free meal.
Right.
There's fucking websites that talk about
Right.
that you can just get a free meal if you just complain, and we know that. We tell the managers that, and they just continue to do
Right.
it.
So I'm gonna say what I said before. I hope that I can expand on it compared to before. If you are paying for the guest bill just because they are complaining about your staff, that you should know well enough to know that they would not do A, B, or C unless something else happened first. This whole customer's always right thing. You are comping their bill. Now they know they can do it every time, no matter what. They can come in with that attitude. They can treat your staff like shit. And they know that if your staff does not just turn into a doormat, you're going to comp their bill. How much money are you losing by having that person as a guest?
And telling all their friends.
Yeah.
So those are the people you want to keep in instead of keeping the staff that you hired and trained and is trying to do the best job that they can do. Because I just want to say, like, I'm listening to this story and I'm feeling the whole world building going on. Here you are at a bar that is supposed to be manned by 2 people. For people who may not know the story, that bar is supposed to have 2 people, period. He already said, I'm by myself. You're supposed to have one person doing tickets and one person working the bar. Every bar that has a dinner service or table service needs one bartender to take care of those tables because there are way more tables than there are bar seats. But you also need another bartender to take care of just the bar seats. You were doing both and had no bar back. So you had zero support from the 2 levels that you were supposed to have it on. Then the guests knocked over their drink, which it still baffles me that we have guests today thinking that them knocking over a drink automatically means they get another one, no matter what.
Oh, and she did.
Right. But what I'm saying it is now become a
Standard.
oh yeah, no, you're supposed to give me another one, even though I paid for this one. I knocked it over,
After drinking half of it.
or not even half of it. I'm talking about the people who you put the drink down in front of them and they sit there and they have their conversation. Maybe they don't see it, or maybe they have a sip or two, but whatever it is, they forget where they're at because people forget where they're at,
Sure.
especially when they're standing at a bar top.
Yeah.
They think they're at home or a house party and will knock a drink over and they just want you as the person serving them to just replace it. What if you work at a place that doesn't replace drinks? Now you're the villain again, but they're the ones who knocked it over. Then you have to clean it up. On top of all of that, I had
Yeah.
a guest do that on Saturday. I gave him a glass of red wine on a Saturday night. He's a regular. I've never seen him drink red wine. And I sat it down, tapped him, let him know it was there. He looked cool, went back to what he was doing. Minute later, turned around, all elbows. I don't know why he turned around all elbows, but the moment he knocked it over, he's like, holy fuck, man, I'm so fucking sorry. Trying to clean it up, all of that. I was like, don't worry, man. I got it. Let me clean it up. I got the bar towel. He's like,
Right.
I'll buy another one. I'm sorry, I didn't see it. So you see these 2 different levels of guests, but these guests never interact with each other. We're the middle people. You know what I'm saying? I was tying it up, but go ahead.
No, I wanted to
I'll end
ask,
it
how do
early.
you guys feel about between those 2 guests, the ones that knock over, drop their drink or spill their drink and come tell you expecting a free refill or another one for free, as opposed to the ones that say, "Oh, I'll pay for it." Do you feel more inclined to just give the one to the person that offers to pay for it, or do you just everybody gets one kind of rule, or doesn't matter, you have to pay regardless?
Personally, working there, it's hard to see compassion or courtesy. I would personally.
I have no feeling.
I'm dead inside.
Not my fault. Take care of your shit.
Not all the kind of customers we get there, so it's like not
Those are
all
good
of them have bar etiquette. So it's like someone that actually does, I don't mind.
Yeah.
Because
Go ahead.
no, yes,
Well, no, I was just gonna say the same. Like, yeah, what you're alluding to. Like, if you come to me with just on a human to human level, hey, I made this mistake. I'm going to own I made this mistake and take care of the next round. I still want to drink this drink, and so I would like to pay for this next drink. And so if you when
he
you
doesn't know that you just checked it.
yeah
Oh. Oh,
yeah bet
Oh, okay.
Bet.
Never mind.
Bet.
I take back half of my shit talking
Eh.
because I'm still gonna talk my shit.
boom.
Keep going.
Perfect score. And so yeah, those people that kind of come with that, I wouldn't say humility, but just it's a human to human moment that we're having, then yeah, most likely I'm gonna be like, bro, don't even worry about it. I got it. But the person that comes to you expecting it, like it's just
I
like
spilled my drink. Somebody knocked it over.
So what
Can
are
I
you
get
gonna
another
do about
one?
it?
yeah, what are you gonna
What are
do
you
about
gonna
it?
do about it?
Yeah.
Like, congratulations.
Did
You're
you
a
punch him in the
klutz.
face for knocking over your drink? You
yeah,
paid for that.
make them pay for it. The
Yeah.
fuck? If they
Why are you
knocked it.
coming to me?
Oh, it was on the rail and the music base knocked it over. Why are you leaving your drink unattended for in a
It's-
bar full of people? Do you
Nah.
trust people that much?
I
That's
tell him to go
fucked
talk
up.
to the DJ. Like, hey,
Yeah.
the DJ knocked over your drink. Go talk to him.
Or
He
when
has
they
a tab.
He has a
He
tab.
filled 17 people.
or another one that's like gets me when they leave it in call it the dead zone where drinks get dropped off because they're done. Oh, somebody I had a beer here. So did you guys take it? Yeah, it was left there. It sat there for like 2, 3, 5
Unattended.
minutes. Yeah, I threw that out. Unattended drinks will be tossed because there's a lot of fucked up people out there and they may do something to your drink. So you're welcome, first of all. And second of all, take your drink with you. Why are you guys leaving your drinks unattended, especially at a place like mine where it can get crowded? Why? I know you're gonna go off to go dance, but like do the one drink in the hand and dance or whatever, this and that. What happened
Yeah.
to that part? What happened to that part of going to bars and nightclubs where you see the stock photos of people partying and clubbing and they all have a drink in their hand? You know, everybody's holding their drink.
Because
Nobody does the stock photo hold the hand in the
because
drink.
that takes away from the photo. They gotta look as cute as possible. Even the guys.
I was gonna say something different.
They all gotta
but
look
okay.
cute for the fucking.
It's
photos,
just it,
man.
it really irks me when they get mad at us. Like, okay, yeah, it's kind of full, but also I don't know where you are right now as far as your inebriation is. So you may just been like, fuck it, I can't drink this no more. And I don't know. I saw the drink there in the area where drinks get left. I mean, not that we have a sign that says leave drinks here, but it's kind of like an unspoken thing at the end of the bar. You put a drink there, you're done with it. You don't leave it there for us to babysit unless you explicitly say like, hey man, can I leave this right here? And I'll be like, yeah, fuck it. I'll just kind of tuck it away.
Yeah.
You know, you speak to me and tell me that, yeah, then I'm aware. Like, hey, I'm gonna leave this here. I'm gonna be right back. Okay, cool. I'm still not responsible for it, but at least now I know not to throw it away.
I love it when people say, "Hey, can you watch this?" And I literally go, "I'm watching it." And made them do shit else. Like, I'm watching it.
I see it. Oh, somebody's spitting it.
Ugh.
Yeah, hey, somebody's
You told
spitting
me
that.
to watch it, not protect it.
But it's also
more.
That costs more.
But it's also like, do they expect you to go person to person? Hey, is this your drink, or do you know whose
Oh my
drink this is?
God.
They're like, I'm working. I got
they,
shit to
They
do.
want us to act the way that women want boyfriends to act when another woman comes up. Hey, this is someone else's
Come on,
drink.
yeah.
Get away
No,
from this.
no,
like,
no,
block you out. Like, yo,
uh-uh.
get away.
No.
This drink has a boyfriend. Get the fuck away from
This drink is taken for.
Yeah.
Get the spray bottle back.
Or like people come back and their seat's taken and like, you didn't hold my seat. Do you not see this bar? It's literally keeping me separate from you.
Yeah.
Did you want me to hop over this motherfucker and karate kick somebody? Like, what the fuck?
Hey, the fuck back.
You
Someone's sitting here.
like
It's
you
splashing
knew I
the
was
wine.
going to the bathroom. I don't know what
I don't
you're
know where
doing.
you're going.
I'm also taking care of 20 other fucking people. So I'm sorry.
As well
There's
as
this-
myself.
Yeah.
There's this weird behavior of some guests that they think we just automatically know what they're gonna do, where they're going, if they're coming back for that drink. Unless you explicitly tell me, and I know that kind of contradicts when I say like, hey, don't talk to me when I'm like right there, especially if it's busy. Like how I say, don't come around the bar to talk to me. I know it's kind of contradictory, but it is. I can listen to certain things and say, hey man, can I leave this right here? I'm gonna be right back. I can hear certain. I can listen for keywords, key phrases like that. But if you're just like, hey, yo, oh man, let me get. I'm not listening to that. But you say, yo man, I'm gonna leave this right. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna leave my drink right here. Okay.
Yeah,
I know not to throw that away.
That's what the napkin's for.
Or that. Oh my God, what happened to people doing that shit?
It's so simple.
Put
my
your
bar
bar stool on top
my
of your
bar-
drink.
my
No
bar
one will
doesn't.
take it. It's just, hey, I'm gonna be right back. Watch that.
Watch that shit.
Well, I don't
I
have
mean,
a choice.
that's aggressive. but,
Or if
like,
it's that
yeah.
important, take the bar stool with you.
In the bathroom, it's like,
I think a lot of that has been lost, man.
But
I
it's
think
just people forget to put the bev nap on or the coaster or whatever on top of that. That is universally known that
I'll be
means
back.
I will be right back. Even if you don't do the barstool thing,
yeah.
if you have your drink there and put it there, you just tuck it in. Then at least we see like, okay, that person's gonna be back.
Yeah.
So somebody does come and be like, hey, sorry,
It's
somebody's
our
actually
Arnold
sitting there.
Schwarzenegger. It's our I'll be back.
Damn, I
I like
kind of wish
that.
you would have said
I
that
like
more into the
that.
mic.
if only the microphones
If
caught
only
it.
the microphone
microphone
caught that one.
But yeah, that shit is so weird that these guests are just like, well, I was coming back for it. I didn't fucking know that.
And the thing
And
is, like,
also, why do you just believe nobody did anything to your drink, even if they don't, do something bad or just spit in it,
Thank you,
whatever? Like,
because I got so high, I forgot my point.
yeah,
And you brought it
I
back.
know.
I appreciate
that's
you.
what I do, man.
No, I just want to make sure I say this before I lose it, because I just found out about this a couple days ago from my GM. Have you guys heard about out here? We're supposed to have like a mandatory posting, and we're supposed to have mandatory testing kits
what?
For what?
for Rufalin
Oh,
What? No, I
going
know.
forward. Yeah, I think it was supposed to start this month.
Hmm.
If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I had heard nothing about that.
I gotta look
But
into
we're
it.
supposed to have it.
How's that
we're
supposed to be
supposed-
implemented?
Huh?
Are we supposed to like test?
It's supposed to be like a little testing strip or something like that. I don't know.
Like, are we supposed to have it on hand if people
Yeah.
ask for it?
No,
Yeah.
we're
Or
supposed
do
to have
we
it on hand.
do we
when-
test the drinks, or if people
We're
ask?
supposed to be able to use that testing kit or strip or whatever it is to test a drink to make sure that something has not been put into it.
Shit.
Yeah. And so now that is another cost that goes on the business that they're
Wow.
then going to say, well, how can we cut costs somewhere else
I mean,
to pay for this thing?
I'm for that. Like,
Oh, I'm
safety's
for it.
great.
I'm not
but
complaining.
As far
I'm
as
actually, I'm all for it. I feel like, for one, you should make the technology to the point where it's cost effective to be able,
and it
be able
doesn't
to test
cost
for these things.
anything to the business. If
Yeah.
that's what you want, or that's what you're gonna mandate, then give us the fucking things.
Yes,
Like these
government
free,
funding for that should
Yeah.
be a
like
thing.
these free virus tests that they do now, because we don't want
but
to
did
block
y'all,
the audio.
have y'all ever had to do the overdose thing for the Fenty and the meth?
I haven't
What?
had to, but I've
Yeah,
heard
like-
about it.
Narcan? Is it Narcan?
Yeah, Narcan. They like had us
Trained on that shit? What?
Wow.
dude. Like now I just carry it with me.
You have like a certificate.
Ooh.
Like,
He's
it's just,
certified.
like, it
Oh,
essentially
fuck.
says that I've learned how to inject Narcan into someone in case something happens and they need CPR.
Holy
I thought
shit.
that's what you were talking about
No.
for a
That's,
second.
that's
not the
also a
rookies.
sign that your place has got so much going on.
Yeah.
That's-
Something must have
Yeah,
happened at a
That
venue.
you have to
some
be a
shit.
place that has that.
I mean, that place sounds like a place.
Which I
where-
can say for the same thing for Fight Club as well. You know, like, oh,
But-
okay, hearing about that, but it wasn't. Wow, that's crazy. It wasn't something that was just kind of put on just us.
Hold
it's
on.
just it's everywhere.
If a place is making you now do that, that sounds like you need to be paid more, because now you're going somewhere outside of your field of work, or as in medical they would call it your scope of practice, because you should not be having to administer Narcan to somebody as a bartender. Sorry, that's just way out of your job description. That is so
it shouldn't
beyond
be
out of
entrusted to you.
no
That
Jesus
sounds like
Christ,
every
dude.
manager should be trained
That's
on
something
that.
management should be, not
Yeah.
the
Yes.
fucking frontline soldiers, dude. That is
Sorry, they're too busy taking the bottles home. They can't train. They can't do that Narcan training.
wow.
Gotta pick
That's oh my god, no. pay me way more if you're making me administer fucking medication
Mm.
to somebody that may be overdosing or what. That's
a lot.
wow.
So,
Pay me more or
psychiatrist, best friend,
Yeah.
bartender, babysitter, and paramedic
Paramedic. Real life.
if you overdose.
Yes. That's Jesus fucking Christ.
And
The
they
doctor is
still
not a
say that
PhD.
we don't deserve a livable wage
Wow.
because our jobs are not serious.
wow.
That's crazy.
But that bitch
Fucking
wants you to have
wow.
a smile on your face.
Huh?
That
Because
bitch
you work
wanna-
with alcohol. Just
Yeah.
because he works
you work
with
with
alcohol.
alcohol.
If I had your job and I worked with alcohol, I'd have a smile on my face.
Dude, that
No, you wouldn't. Because you'd
You
be
really
a
wouldn't.
babysitter / psychiatrist.
You'd be dealing with bitches like you.
You don't
It's-
have the
it's-
patience for
Dealing
my
with
job.
you.
it's
You-
5
you
and
have
6
patience.
jobs rolled into one, man, and
Yeah.
and it's really like starting to hit me more that the people that aren't in the industry that bitch about it and say, "Oh, you guys' job is you just serve drinks or whatever, this and that's." Like, no, man, we're doing so much. Like everything we all just listed, that's fucking 6 different lifetimes, depending on what career choice you have, rolled into one.
You got to do all of that.
That's why I got these dark circles under my eyes. God damn it, see these?
I've seen some shit.
God damn it. Fuck, man. And their biggest thing is like, no, I shouldn't tip. Fuck you. Eat a dick. Eat 2 dicks till you overdose, bitch.
Overdose on dicks.
Wait, I'm certified for that. Don't
We
worry.
don't got no dick in. We just got
I'm
knocked
certified.
in.
Eat a bag
Don't
of
worry.
dicks.
Don't worry, I got this. I'm certified.
You're certified for overdose on dicks?
Holy crap.
What are you, a fluffer?
Where do they train on that?
I was like, what he was talking about. I don't know what the fuck you were talking about.
Oh,
shit.
God. No, that shit just really did kind of strike a nerve with me because I see all these comments on TikTok about like industry stuff and people always complain like, oh, they don't deserve that much, or the fucking dollar game that your friend played. And it's like,
Yeah.
dude, there's so much that we have to deal with. It's like, well, you chose that. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it fits with what I'm trying to do with my life, or maybe this is just the one thing that I do enjoy. I can bitch about it. Doctors are gonna have complaints. Firefighters are gonna have complaints.
I don't know, but the
Teachers are gonna
doctors-
have complaints.
The doctors and teachers aren't the ones complaining about us. It's, the people who are working jobs that get paid the same thing we are hoping to get paid, or they're making a little bit more than us. And they're feeling it. They don't want to pay extra for a service that they came here for. And I understand that, but if you don't take care of us, then we leave, and then the service at that place drops, and then you stop going there, and then you got to find another place. That's the cost of doing business. But instead of putting that on us the entire time because we're the people that you see directly, why don't you go to these managers pages or these business pages and say, why don't you pay your employees a livable wage so that I don't have to tip anymore? Why is it always our fucking fault? Because we're the ones that you see. We're the ones that you think aren't doing anything. Nah, bitch, I'm not doing it for your table right this minute, but I got 7 other tables, or I have several other fucking tabs I gotta work on. How many times do we on our shifts have to remember? I just on Saturday alone, we were dealing with this one guest who came up to every single bartender. There's 3 bartenders there, and kept saying that the first bartender that they were served by knew what they were drinking, but they did not. But they were upset that the other 2 bartenders did not know what they were drinking, and then said, well, go ask him.
No.
But he was talking to another guest, taking another order, so that he can then give the same service to this other guest that he gave to you.
Yeah.
So just tell me what you drank. Oh, I don't know what I drank. How do you not know what you drank? I don't know. I don't work here. Okay, but you still drank it. You ordered it. You're paying for it.
You
I
agreed
hope.
to take this drink.
How do you not know what you're paying for until the end? Like, it's not my job to remember your order. It's your job to
Just
remember
give 'em
what
Fernet.
you drink. It's like everything else on the menu. It's your body, your choice, not mine. Remember what the fuck you order.
Also,
Don't put that on me.
if it mattered that much to him, he could just wait in line to talk.
Why'd you
back.
come to me?
Yeah.
He over there.
He's still over there.
But you're not busy. Yeah, so let me take the next guest who knows what the fuck
What
they
they wanna
want,
order.
and you can go to the other bartender that you had.
Yeah.
Don't make me be rude for you. I don't want to be rude by proxy, man. Like, how do you not know what the fuck you're drinking?
Yeah. Or open up the menu, step to the side, and see and figure out what you had.
Man, if you have been drinking at a place, if you drink something one time, even if you don't drink anything else the rest of the night, which if that's your style, I'm not knocking that. But just know what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
Don't say vodka soda. I don't know what vodka. Did you not ask him what vodka? Why do you care now? Why is it my fucking problem? Oh, I asked for a red wine. So now I can pick. They got to pick last time, so I get to pick now, right? That's what you're saying? Like, you can't make any fucking decisions on your own. But then you're going to tell me at the end that you're making a decision that I'm not worth everything else that I did, but also have to share that tip with everyone else here. You know, I people get lost on what tipping is. It's not that I'm expecting you to pay my rent. I'm just hoping that you understand the job that I work. While you say, oh, you chose that job, everyone chooses their job.
It's a service.
Well, the plumber chooses to be a plumber, right? Maybe they knew someone who got them the job as a plumber or a teacher or whatever. So you go do that job. It called to you. So why are you disrespecting my job just because I have to ask you and hope that you think that I did a good enough job?
Because they think we're less than them.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Exactly.
That's all it is. I think because it's a service job that we're less. But no, here you are asking me for something.
And then go, hey, make it a good pour, yeah.
You're gonna hook it up, right?
What's your retort? What's your retort for that when people say make it strong, hook it up?
Okay, yeah. It's like, oh,
Ounce and a half it is.
like,
That's where you go at the 1.5 mark on the jigger, and then just kind of like,
then
but you still get the 2 ounces, so they think
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
you
what
do the free
gymnastics.
pour so they think you're actually pouring them more and just put the soda at the same time.
What about this makes you think you got
Because
more?
they don't fucking know.
Yeah, still not saying
whoa,
my time.
whoa, watch out, watch that.
Very fancy. Is this
They
what
love
player
that shit.
bartending feels like?
They love that shit. They're like babies with fucking keys. You do that, they're like, oh.
It's
Their eyes
awkward.
like, oh my god, look at that. It's like, okay,
I'm just jealous because I have to use a jigger at
You
my
just-
job.
you just
So
jingle
do I.
keys.
You do too?
Oh yeah, we have to use the jigger.
I
at
miss
ours.
free pouring.
Oh, free
Oh,
pouring
so
is-
do I.
Free pouring is amazing.
I
man.
miss free pouring, but
People just look at you with these stars in their eyes and just like, he's always making it show.
He's
like,
doing the
yeah.
thing. It's magic. It's magic.
what do you think all the ice was for? It's too much ice. It's too much ice. Then you don't
Oh, if
wanna
we
taste
clip
the
that might
alcohol.
piss off some people.
Hey, if you want less ice, you don't want more alcohol.
Unless you want to double.
Ice is for the illusion of more alcohol and to keep your drink cold.
Yeah.
That's all ice is for.
And
To
then you
make
get it back. Why isn't there more alcohol? Why isn't it filled to the top? Bitch, you asked for light ice.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
You're getting the same amount of product.
I think people forget that to make a cocktail, it still takes multiple ingredients. So, say like a whiskey Coke, we're not charging you for the Coke. You're being charged for the whiskey.
Mhm.
That's
But
all.
if you bought Coke on your own, it'd be like $4 at a place now.
Yeah.
So you're paying for the whiskey. You got the Coke for free. So don't ask me to hook it up. We already hooked it up. We gave you free Coke.
Not to mention a
And
lot.
free ice. You only
That's
paid for the
crazy.
shot.
That's
You're welcome.
I gave you more than you paid for, technically.
Are we still in a drought in California? Be thankful you
We're
didn't pay for
always
the
in a
ice.
fucking drought in California.
Be thankful you didn't pay for the ice.
yeah.
Although some places do charge for ice, like the King Cubes.
We do. We charge an extra $1.
For the
For a King
What?
Cube.
Really?
Yeah. There's a
Oh.
button when you ask for a King Cube, just add Supreme Cube and charges them $1.
Ooh.
Ooh.
They
They
charge
charge
you
you
for
for
water.
water.
Wow, that's
Ooh.
Is it cloudy or clear?
It is clear. Like we actually have like it
Alright,
delivered and shit like that.
That's why they
I was
used
about to say,
to-
if that shit was cloudy, I'd be.
No, we
pissed
used to
making an
make
extra
it
dollar.
ourselves and like
Oh.
the little trays and all that type of shit, and we didn't charge it. But when we started actually purchasing it to get delivered, we started charging $1 for
You
it.
know where
Oh,
you,
yeah,
where you,
I
you know what company you get it from?
Fuck. I do. I can't remember off the top of my head,
Is
but
it
yes.
West Coast?
No,
Oh, okay.
it's it'll come to me. I think it starts with a P.
It's not that
But you guys were talking about the Coke. We charge $5 for soda water.
For
Wow.
fucking water?
Soda
I
water.
don't
But we
know.
carbonated it for you.
I don't think I'm ever gonna go into redacted again.
Wait, hold
I
on.
can honestly say that because I refuse to go to a place that charges for soda water. It's a principle for me. Like it really is a principle for
It
me.
feels so weird.
Sorry.
So yeah, soda water being charged for soda water. I agree. It's kind of silly. However, I think people also forget that the soda water isn't just like magically there. There's gas that has to be paid for to make it carbonated that way.
$5 per pint.
5 is a lot. We charge
That-
2.
That sounds
all
more
of
like
our-
gas lighting.
We charge 2 for all of our soda products. Anything with carbonation. Oh, sorry. It just
Boo this man.
sorry.
Boo this
Sorry.
man.
I'm making my point.
I was
I'm making my point.
I
don't
was
give a fuck.
I was trying to make a point.
He's like, I raised a finger.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I got it. I'll give you that. Crystal clear.
You got
bell.
3 bells on that
That
one.
was a
Yeah,
crystal
I'll take
clear
that.
bell. I'll give
Thank
you that.
you.
That was a good one. But yes, some people when they come and ask for soda water and they're about to leave, I'm like, it's $2. They're kind of like, oh, they're not upset that they had to pay. They're just like, oh, okay, yeah, $2.
God damn.
But yeah, the gas. That's what we have to use to make it carbonated. So that has to get paid for somehow. Although
So
all
what-
of our soda gun drinks are $2. So
Right. So you're charging the same thing for carbonation.
yeah,
You're not charging them for syrup.
Yes.
No.
Like other places, they charge you for syrup.
Yeah. I
So
do.
the cost is still the same though.
Right.
Like just to bridge the two stories.
Any carbonated
co-
drink costs the same
Right.
amount.
The cost is still the same for the company to pay this amount to be able to supply it and sometimes have stuff run out or expire or whatever and lose. That's still a loss.
And
They still purchased something and lost something.
I also say that to say because sometimes people come back with like a Coke, like they want another Coke, and I still have to charge you for that. It's like, again, it's like you're paying for like the gas. That's what you're paying for.
Right.
It's not the establishment trying to nickel and dime you because we want to get as much from these non-alcoholic beverages. It's like, no, this gas has to be paid for in some way, shape, or form.
And then when you're, I'm sorry, but I'm just a question
Yeah.
based off of what you're saying. So when you're pouring a soda, you're not overloading it with ice for the soda, right?
No.
Right.
I when I pour somebody a soda or whatever,
Like if they're
I'm
paying for a soda, you're trying to give them as much soda.
gonna
as
give them as
possible.
much because I know.
That's when they get light ice.
Yeah.
So you heard it here,
Mhm.
folks. That's when you ask for light ice.
Yeah.
Because you'll
Easy as
get,
a soda.
I'm gonna give them at least half a glass, somewhere around there, and then make sure even when it, you know how it like just starts fizzling up to, it's like I'm gonna wait till it all comes down. I'm gonna fill it to
I
the
do that
tippy
same.
top,
Yeah, yeah,
tippy
yeah.
top, because I'm gonna have to charge you for a refill if you come back, and you probably just wanted a Coke, just one Coke to hang out with your friends.
How big are
You
your
might be the
glasses?
DD.
12 ounce, yeah, 12 ounces.
Oh yeah, y'all don't really use Collins, right?
It's our Collins, but they're 12 ounces, 12 ounce and 16 ounce.
So we don't charge for refills. However, we do charge for all the syrup. So like, let's say you order a strawberry lemonade, and then we add an extra $1.50 for that half an ounce of strawberry syrup I put in there. And then so when you, yes,
I've been wanting to
No.
go to Joey's, but now it's official.
Redacted.
Redacted.
Sorry.
Timestamp.
Jesus, I don't have my phone. That's what I was looking for
Look
earlier.
at the laptop.
I'm looking at it, but I can't remember this. I'm high.
just tell me the time.
An hour and 5. Give
Cool.
me that.
Okay.
I can go find
Rob's
it.
got to remember that
Yeah.
one for sure.
Hour 5, yes. I will remember.
Jesus.
Just because you can name drop.
Nah, but no. What I was thinking of when you were saying that, I wasn't trying to stop you. I was just saying, for people who may respond to what you just said, as
Yeah.
far as we don't charge for refills, but we charge for this, the price is still the same. If you buy one soda, which a lot of people just buy one soda, that is $5.
Yes.
But there are some people who get a soda for $5 and drink 5. So really, the business only lost about a soda and a half
Yes.
between two people. That's what they're doing. It is all about
Numbers.
balancing the fucking checkbooks
Oh,
at
yeah.
the end of the day. It's all numbers. So while you may think that you're saving money here or saving money there, you're really not. The business is going to charge you what it's going to charge you. So when you hear us talking about these things about being paid a livable wage and all these other things, it's because we know these businesses are making money, but we don't know where it's all fucking going because it's not all going to us.
No.
But we're the ones who have to talk to you and make you feel better about what you're paying, and then hope that, you know, you think we did a good enough job to be paid what we feel like we deserve. Which for a lot of people, I remember me and Pete talked about this the other day. We were saying a lot of times when people are complaining about how much they're paying, when you really think about how much extra it is depending on the bill, that 20% or 30% is like $3. $2-3. Hey, you gave me great service. That's fair. I'll give you an extra $2 or $3 just to let you know that I appreciated your service. And that $2 or $3 extra dollars, letting you know that I appreciate your service, makes you feel better. So you keep giving that same service to me and everyone else here the rest of the night, hopefully. And then if enough people do that, that's how we pay our wage. What we're saying is if 20 fucking people decide, I'm not tipping ever because I don't believe in it, we could lose 20 to 30% of what we were hoping to make that night. And that may be the difference between someone paying their rent or paying for fucking childcare. You know, so don't think that we're just complaining because we're fucking lazy. Like, these are our jobs, and as you're hearing here and from every other guest that we've ever had on, we're all passionate about what we do. We don't take this shit lightly, and we're not trying to put it on you. We're just trying to help you understand what we're going through.
And also, do you really want us working in your office space the way we talk and how we are? Do you really want us there? Do you want us working at your medical offices or, you know, fire departments or a paramedic? You really want me to be your paramedic?
Do you want one of these guys being your girlfriend's work husband?
Do you? I don't think you do. Do you? But seriously, do you want me to be your first responder?
Stop me.
You said what?
Hey, for real.
The
Those
what?
divider walls do not stop me. I will be talking
Hey, Sarah,
to your
what's
wife.
going on?
I will be talking to your wife. I don't give a fuck.
I brought you your favorite bagel.
We'll talk about that
Extra
show
cream
that you
cheese.
refuse to watch.
Don't ask me where I got it from.
You dirty. You dirty as hell for that one. I'll give you that though. Don't let Rob be your coworker. Not in the office.
Tried it.
He's the one you'll least expect.
Yeah. Oh.
Yep.
He's the one you have to worry about.
And your
but
woman knows it.
I work hard
and
all
the best
day
part-
and all night.
And the best part is because he works all hard all day and all night, he won't even remember. It's a secret with just your woman.
Damn. Yeah, so think about that. Do you really want us to get
You don't want
real
this.
jobs? You don't want us to do that.
Nah, you want
really
to tip
don't.
us, trust.
Yeah.
Or you, never mind. No.
Now you tip us, or we'll tip who you
there,
care about.
There we go. You knew where I was going. He knew where I was going.
Either give us the tip, or we give it to the one closest to you.
You know what? Thank God mechanics make the amount of money they do. Because you imagine if they were like, you had to be tipped. Oh
Yeah.
my God. They would be sabotaging more cars.
Oh yeah.
Way
Not
more.
more cars.
Oh, they do.
No,
They do.
Oh, I know.
I'm sorry. I don't trust
I
mechanics.
I
don't.
don't think that mechanics are fucking up on purpose.
Yes, they are.
This
Yes,
is,
they are.
Hold on.
I
Hold
They
on.
could show you a
absolutely are.
page. I could send you an Instagram page.
I know.
They
I know.
absolutely
I'm
are.
not speaking about all of them. Just
Every
like we're
mechanic
not
I've
speak-
experienced
We're
with.
not speaking about all bartenders and servers. We're not speaking about all mechanics.
I am.
I'm just trying to correlate the two and just say sometimes there are some people who are just not built for that job. So don't hold it against all mechanics and all bartenders. But if you notice that someone's just shitty at it, hold it against that mechanic or bartender. Just don't think they're all bad.
I'm gonna say that it's similar to the medical and health industry. Like there's no money in curing people, just like there's no money in fixing
True.
the car,
Very true.
only temporarily.
Well, technically, it's the
Well,
same.
it's called
We really
maintenance.
are. It's the same thing. That's the correlation. You
Yeah.
can't fix what needs fixing.
Yeah, but like that's why I'm saying all mechanics, because if they fix your car, you're not gonna be back. But if they at least can delay
I
it,
don't agree with that.
Doctors are mechanics.
You fix my car. Every time I have a problem, I'm coming back to you. And I
Right.
don't care what you charge me because I know that if you fix my car, you fix it right.
They fix it enough just to run for at least another 6 months.
Then
and
you
you're back.
recommend it to someone else.
That's what I'm saying. You do good work. You don't have to fuck up my car. I'm going to bring every car to you.
I've had too many bad mechanics in my life. Sorry, I'm jaded.
Who hurt you?
Who hurt
Mechanics.
What
They
is
didn't hurt me.
Chicago
They hurt my
doing?
car. They hurt my cars, man. They were supposed to fix it.
Show us on the bear where the mechanic hurt you.
Right here, man. Right here. Right in my trust. Sorry. I know that kind of derailed from.
It definitely did,
Very
but
much did.
don't we always derail?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. We get back on track.
Speaking of
Yeah.
derailing, I'm just kidding. I was gonna bring up that ship that crashed into the.
Oh, too soon, bro.
Nobody died.
There's definitely victims.
Can someone
Nobody died.
Are you talking about Baltimore?
Yeah.
There were victims.
No, the post that I saw, nobody died. There was no fatalities.
Not the last one I heard.
Oh, well, never mind. I retract that statement.
Nope. It
Yeah,
said it's done.
That was to me the most.
I was unaware. I didn't know.
The best way that I can describe how fucked up that whole thing was to me is it was the equivalent of all of us going on our break at Beauty and going to Elbow Room, and then someone fucking crashed a car into Elbow Room. Jesus. That was the equivalent because the people on the bridge were on their break.
Oh, for real?
They
When?
were on their break.
I
when
haven't
that
read
boat
too
when
much
crashed.
story.
when did a car crash into Elbow Room?
The
No,
boat
he
is the car, fool.
Oh,
It's an
I
analogy.
thought you meant somebody actually crashed into Elbow
It's,
Room.
It's about to feel emotional real quick.
But speaking of, you remember those couple of times that there was one coworkers that got drunk at Elbow Room? I'm not gonna name names.
Which
Well,
one?
what do you mean? In which time?
Yeah.
I was that coworker at Elbow Room.
No, I
was
mean-
too. Like, what the fuck?
I mean, like not able to properly function drunk.
And then went back to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember a few of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
familiar with Elbow Room. This is like the local.
You
like,
got
Elbow Room
industry
is
bar.
the shit. Shout out to Elbow
Yeah,
Room.
Elbow Room is cool.
I don't feel like we have any listeners from there yet because we started the show after we both left.
I'm sure if we
that
went back
area.
though, if are any of the bartenders still there?
They're also there besides Carrie.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
yeah, because they were moving when we left.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was
Shows
there
out the
when we
door.
left.
Good for her. Was that
Steve's
one?
still there?
Steve's still there. Oh, his front door.
Is
Man, I love
Steve still there? Oh, I love
fucking love
Steve,
Steve.
man.
Steve's
Shout
the
out to
shit.
Steve. He's cool as shit.
Yeah.
You know what? We need to at least just go to Elbow Room and pop in.
I want to.
I want to just to say
Yeah.
what's up to him.
We should do it. We should do it on a Sunday where you're not working
Yeah,
because I remember Steve works Sundays.
Yeah.
he works
It's
every
more
day,
about-
doesn't he?
Especially
Huh?
right now that
No,
it's
no,
like
not
football
every
season.
day.
No,
No,
He
not every
works
day.
Thursday to Sunday.
Thursday to Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh,
'Cause
okay.
I remember that when I went there, he was like, "No, I have these days off, and the other guy covers those days." And he's like, "That's the only guy I trust to run this place when I'm not here." You know.
Okay.
But like Steve is like that kind of guy that
Yeah.
man is fucking welcoming from the moment you're walking towards the door, whether you're going in or not. He makes you want to go into a
Yeah,
place.
he's not one of those. He's the opposite of what many other security guards are. No shade, no shade.
The club
Yeah.
bouncer.
He's, yeah, but he's the complete opposite. Like he said, he welcomes you in, and if you come in again, he may or may not remember you. But if you get a chance to talk with him, he'll be like, "Oh yeah, I remember now," and he's basically giving you like a hug without the hug. Like he's embracing you with his
best
energy.
hugs.
Yeah,
You know, I will say
He-
this much.
Oh,
If there's a place you can walk into and that's the first face you're greeted with, you'll always have a good time there.
yeah.
Because Steve throws the vibe that you will feel in that entire establishment.
Steve is if you ordered Gabe from Wish.
I get that.
Yeah.
I get that.
If you ordered Gabe from Wish, you would get Steve. Absolutely. But not in a bad way. Just
No,
like
yeah.
you see the picture, and
appearance-wise.
then you'd get this one. You'd be like, "Nah, this is close enough.
Yeah.
I'm good with that." Because one of the reasons why I took the job at Fight Club was because I was like, "Oh, he reminds me of Steve.
Word.
I could work for Steve."
no shit.
Like
Yeah.
deadass. I could work for Steve. Steve's that kind of guy I could fucking work with. Like, you walk up and just you feel invited. You feel welcome. And that was the energy he always
Shit,
had.
even
when he was walking people out. Sorry.
yeah, I was just about to say, even when he had to take somebody out, he was never overly aggressive. Like,
Right.
yo, man, you need to go. He's like, hey, buddy, come on. Let's take a step over here. Come on.
Right.
Just talk over here. And without knowing, next thing you know, you're out the building.
You're
He's like, all right, man,
outside.
sorry, you
Oh,
gotta
shit.
go. You're like, wait, how the fuck did I get out here?
And he's a shorter guy.
Yeah.
Word.
He's shorter than me.
Okay.
But like, you don't want to fuck with him.
No.
Yeah.
And
No.
I've watched him walk someone out with his hand on the back of their neck, like, all right, I'm taking you out. And the guy was just like, all right, cool.
Yep, this is where we're going.
But he does it in such a calm way. He doesn't like ever get in your face. I've never seen him get aggressive.
Nah.
Like aggressive, like some
Everybody
other.
respects him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just kind of one of those
Everybody
things.
loves him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
he's
great.
one of those people.
great.
He commands respect, you know. And
Yeah.
a lot of people could learn. And not to just kiss his ass. I'm just saying, but learning from that management style or that security style or that personality style, however you want to frame it, a lot of people can learn from that, you know. So I'm able to describe Steve that you've never met by someone else we both know.
Right.
You know, it's because those people know how to not just command a room, but to command people
Yeah.
and treat people with fucking respect, even when those people are behaving disrespectfully. You don't see those kind of guys or girls or they, them, whoever. You don't see those type of people ever lose their shit.
Right.
And, you know, myself, I cannot.
Yeah.
I lose my shit all the time.
Me too.
All the time.
Well, I was going to give a shout out just in general to industry bars because
Absolutely.
they're so necessary, I think, for what we do. Just have that one communal place that is open at 1:30 or 1 o'clock until 2, or like if they're able to stay open a little bit later to just provide that post-shift drink, that relief after like a tough ass shift. It is like so necessary in the areas where there are a lot of like restaurants and bars.
Just
to-
gave me an idea, but I don't want to say it on camera because I don't want anyone to take it from us.
You gonna remember it?
I hope so.
Okay.
I am really high,
Okay.
but hopefully I remember it.
I hope so
It
too.
makes a lot of sense, but yeah, that's
Yeah.
for off camera.
Can you hear yourself? Because
I can.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've noticed I keep going like this, but I hear myself the whole
And then
time.
it starts up like this, and you're trying to say something.
Okay, I know that you feel like I'm talking like that, but I can hear me. Okay. Whenever I can't hear
sorry.
myself, I start speaking up again. I know I talk low. God damn it. But that's why I keep this in, because the moment I can't hear myself anymore, I'm like, all right, you're whispering a little bit too much.
Yeah.
Oh, so I
And
was
back
gonna
to
say,
Junior.
yeah.
I'm like hearing off my own little world and shit. Just
You had said something that was gonna make me talk about something this past weekend. I forgot what it said. Doesn't matter. Regardless, I'm just gonna say it anyways. This fucking guy went off on me because he was standing.
That was such a Chicago way to intro story. This fucking guy.
This fucking guy. This fucking guy. Let me tell you. He was standing in the area where I don't look at or respond to. He's trying to get my attention. I'm like, yo, man, back up, whatever, this and that. I'm like, go around. So we went around, but I had a full fucking bar. I was taking care of people, and I was going to get to him.
Right.
And just as I was getting done with this person, he started popping off. He was like, I was just trying to ask about my fucking card. I lost my fucking card. You're being a fucking bitch, blah, 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 this and that. I'm just like,
Whoa.
yo, I was just about to get to you, but you know what? I hope somebody finds your card and runs up a tab under your name so I can 20% auto grad it. You fucking dumb bitch. And then some dude came around trying to ask me for something. I was like, yo, back. And I was a little bit further away from that opening. And then I see him walking. I was like, yo, my man, back up. And he's trying to say, I was like, back up. And he gives me this dirty look. I was like, back up. I was just trying to ask about napkins. I was like, I don't care. Go back up.
Right.
Use your fucking eyes. They're right there. To your right, you fucking dumb fuck. He's like, I was just trying to ask him. I don't care. I said it before. There's nothing important that you need to tell me that requires you to come right here to the back of the bar unless the building is on fire. And if somebody is dying, go grab security. I mean, maybe tell me, but like,
Yeah, I can't do anything about
if somebody is dying, you're gonna be like, yo, fucking dying, seizing in the bathroom. You're gonna say that. So
Right.
obviously, yeah, that's okay. But if it's about napkins or your card, just get in line and I'll get to you.
Yeah.
I'll get to you. If it's that fucking important, you shouldn't have lost your fucking card or your phone or your keys. You should have held on to your shit. Be a fucking adult. And if it's about napkins, I'm not. Our kitchen was open. Go ask them for fucking napkins, not me. I'm not the cook. I'm not. Do I look like this is the kitchen? No, this is the bar.
Yeah, like I got shit to do,
Yeah.
and I'm doing other
I
shit,
don't care
and
about your fucking napkins.
all this stuff is readily available to you.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Or go in the bathroom and grab some hand towels.
Okay, this actually, I'm gonna segue this. This brings me up to a problem I had with one of the managers a while back,
Mm-hmm.
because this gives me a good scenario. It's like, how do you feel as a bartender, all three of you? How do you feel as bartenders is acceptable for an attitude when you go to a bar? If you go up to the bar and this is what your bartender looked like facially, what's an attitude that you guys would understand and would probably be the lowest, like standard? Because, and then I'll get into why I'm asking.
as in like what context should be happening to this bartender in order for me to understand their attitude?
No, it's just if you approach a bar, what's the attitude you would expect this bartender to have?
Oh, I don't need more than for you just to take my order and to provide said order. I don't need a lot of talk. I don't need a lot of like cheeriness. It's cool, it's appreciated, but I'm really low maintenance. A lot of times when I go to a bar by myself or whatever, if it's like lively, then cool, maybe a little bit of interaction. How's it going? Da-da-da. But like I literally just like to kind of go enjoy the ambiance of being in a bar. I love the white noise. It kind of like helps quiet my brain so I can think about other shit. And I just like that experience. So I don't need much conversation or cheerfulness. It's like if you just take my order and provide it and it's decent, I'm more than fine with that personally.
Y'all agree?
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I also feel like the bar's not packed and I can have a conversation if they're willing to. I would like to, especially doing this podcast. I'd like to talk about it and
Yeah.
tell them because I know they'd be interested in it. But like example, Elbow Room, you go in, they all knew what all of us usually order anyways. It's like they see us, you want that drink? All right, cool. All right, thank you. Tip. And that's it. Exactly. Just I don't need the over the top. Yeah, just service. Just see me, get to me when you can. Don't have me waiting there for 10 minutes if it's not packed. Just get to me when you can. And if it's empty enough and we can chat and you feel like chatting, if you have time to chat, yeah, let's chat.
I don't really give a fuck. Yeah. I can say I agree with both sides because I just don't fucking care. The job is hard enough.
Yeah.
You don't need to pay attention to me. I didn't come here for your attention. I came here because I want to drink, and you are the provider of said drinks. If you want to provide entertainment, that's cool. But I'm not going to make you feel like a dancing monkey where you getting more money from me is dependent on me finding you entertaining. Just do your job, do it as quick as possible. Yes, it's within my parameters, but I always give leeway.
So, all right. So I agree with you because when I walked into the service industry, I had that idea of a bartender. It doesn't fucking matter what emotions you throw off. If you're providing me with the service, that's it. That's the end of it. If I want to talk to you, I'll talk to you. But other than that, I don't care how the fuck you look like or act. Now, I actually had a day where a manager who was about a month and a half new straight up tell me that she didn't like my attitude and that I had to put on a smile the moment I came into work because it was that I was in that cheerfulness and happy go getting mood that I should have been from coming in.
Did you work at Chick-fil-A?
Exactly my fucking point. And it's like, and first and foremost,
even when I go to Chick-fil-A, they don't be smiling.
exactly.
I've never seen the Chick-fil-A that's on TV.
And
I'm
mind
sorry.
you, y'all remember the GM that I worked for, so y'all already know how the fuck she like looks. She's not also like that also. So it's like, so I assume, oh, she'll have my back. She went to the GM. Nope. She agreed with her, and I'm just like, you've worked with me for 2.5 years.
You fucking rat.
Yeah, and I'm just like, you've worked with me for 2.5 years. You've never had a problem with my personality. Now this person comes in and tells me I have to be this, this, and that with every guest that comes in, and even when I walk into work. Yeah, no, that's not gonna cut it for me, guys.
That's a no for me.
That's a no for me.
I mean,
It's a no for me,
it's a
dog.
no for everyone.
And it got to the point where she brought my mental health into the equation. And I'm just like,
Excuse me, the fuck?
exactly.
I beg your last fucking pardon?
Yo, I mean, after hearing that, you need to go to your local mechanic because your gaslighter's on.
Dude, it was like,
That is
yo,
grade A 100% certified fresh gaslighting from your
Yeah.
manager.
I was
USDA
like,
approved.
USDA. Stamp on it.
Yo.
Seriously,
And mind you,
man.
and mind you, the manager that
crazy.
told me this was the spineless one I had talked about earlier, the one that comped that full meal. So I'm just like, how are you gonna tell me how I should act when you don't have a backbone?
Oh, damn.
Mm.
Bam, 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 bam. That's what we need to.
It's like, I was furious for months, dude. I couldn't let that shit go.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I feel that instilled a more like nonchalant type of bartending for me, where it's like, I know I don't have to smile. Before I started working in this industry, I would know bartenders, I would see bartenders never have smiles,
Bruh.
never act a certain way. Even when it was a fancy place, they just like, hey, how's it going? All right, cool.
Straightforward shit.
Yeah.
And even if it was a smile, it wasn't a smile. It was
What?
it was a work
Yo,
smile.
guys.
Yeah.
I want to know what your response was to her gaslighting you.
Oh, I told her I unfortunately had to like turn it down, saying that there was no like mental health issues with me, but I had to play it off like I kind of took it to my advantage a little. Through those times, the manager, the GM, hired one of her close friends again to bartend. So she took shifts away from me, and then she hired
Oh boy, do I know what that
and then
feels
she
like.
promoted a bar back to bartender when we didn't need her to be a bartender, and that took away shifts from everybody. So I was working like 2 to 3 days out of the week, so I had 4 to 5 daes off straight. So one day I just told her,
Boy,
"You really
oh
want to know
boy.
why I'm sad? It's because I'm not getting enough shifts, so I have to take time off, get used to it, be antisocial for 5 days, then come to work and have to deal with everybody." And I'm just like, if you want to help me with that, give me more days. Give me this, give me that. Like, if you really want to talk about my mental health, it's like, you guys are making me feel this way. So give me more shifts.
Yeah. You're the reason I'm not smiling.
Yeah.
So how about
It's
that?
like
Good
straight
call.
up. It's like someone could say, like, oh, no, it's personal shit for me. It's like, no, not really. Because I could be outside of work and I'd be fucking happy like a fish. And I'm just like, no, when I come here, y'all make me
Low
feel
key,
this
you
way.
probably could have took that shit to HR. Be like,
Yeah.
No, fuck HR because
Fuck
HR
it.
was
Dude,
in on
hold
all
on.
of it.
I'm sorry for the.
Nah,
the
HR
Go
didn't
off.
do shit at that.
Go off.
fucking
it was no
place.
longer
Biggest
HR for
fucking
us. It was PP. People's practices.
What does that even mean?
what?
PP, dude. You didn't. We didn't have any human resources. It was people's practice,
practices.
and we had to call it PP.
Yo, I gotta go talk to PP real quick.
Because you guys are being fucked over. I'm
Basically,
gonna give myself that one.
That's atrocious.
yeah, dude. I don't know. It's like,
Egregious.
I'm not a server. I don't need to get like, yeah, I provide you with a service. Yes, I should give you a good customer experience, but I'm not your server trying to milk you for every fucking penny you have. I'm not here to promise you a good fucking time. You're just spending 5 minutes with me, at most.
I don't think any server or bartender should feel obligated to have to like song and dance for people. I'm providing the service. I'm giving you a decent time. You came for food, you came for drink, you came for a show, go to the fucking Ringling Brothers and shit. Like, go to a circus. Like, I don't need to provide that for you. I'm providing the service you came here for, and that's it. At Redacted, I know what my strengths are. My strengths are getting shit to you fast and getting it to you and making your shit look pretty. So I'm gonna do that. And a lot of my coworkers that are a little bit more into like talking to people, because I don't want to tell you about my life. I really, honestly, a lot of times don't want to hear about your life, and that's just me personally. But I know that strength, and so I know how to like kind of like move around the bar to talk to these people, get them what they need, and then a lot of my other coworkers would kind of step in and do that if that's what they want to do. But that is who they are as people. If that's not who I am as a person, then don't force that upon me as a guest or as management.
It made me feel fake when, like, if I have to put on a smile like that.
Yeah, and
like-
the customers know, they can feel that shit.
Yeah.
I came in on Sunday really fucking hungover, wasn't really feeling it. and I still provided the service and did my thing. As I got a little bit less hungover, I became a little bit more cheery, and I started talking, and I made a lot of great tips for the rest of the bar, just like, just being myself and actually feeling my actual mood. But if I force myself to like actually try to like, hey, welcome to Redacted, what can I get for you? Like, that's some bullshit. And people were just like, yo, dude, just give me the fucking
They
water.
can see the bullshit. What are you gonna say? You look like you got
Nah,
some.
dude, I'm sorry. A little too hot. I can't.
Yeah.
I'm sitting this one out.
Okay.
Cool.
A little
Yeah.
too hot.
Oh, that's-
A little too hot.
he might name drop.
Yeah.
He might name drop. It's okay. We can bleep it out.
Sorry.
Let it out.
Sorry.
Name names.
Let it out and
It's
just
not
bleep it
about
out.
names, man. It's just about fucking respect.
Yeah.
And the lack
I
of
don't
that
under-
place.
I don't
Yeah.
understand. I've never been able to understand how people can, whether they work hard for it or not, how they can work their way up to a position of power and then say, let me shit on other people or expect more from other people than I expect from myself and those around me. Because how is it that you can go up to one person and say you're not wearing a smile? That's some pre-shift bullshit.
Because
And
of
I
your
know they used to love that at Beauty.
Because of your
They
my
love
God.
those little fucking circle jerk powwows at Beauty where they just sat around sucking the manager's dick even if they didn't have one. They love that shit. But
job,
when it came
manager.
to
Pat
calling
on the
people
back.
out, oh, let's go do that. Let's go do that in private and make you feel like shit. But it wasn't calling them out for anything they really did. It was let me try to alienate you so you'll leave and I can get someone else in here. That's why they would do the shit that they would do and hire someone when there was no spot for them. Let me promote or hire someone that I like and then cut the shifts of someone I don't like because that's the easiest way to get rid of someone. That's
I
why
hated
places.
those pre-shifts
That's why
so
places
much.
like that do not stay fucking open because they trust people who cannot be fucking trusted. Period. And that was the
Snakes.
first thing I fucking heard
Rats.
when certain people got put in positions of power. I heard from people who knew them longer than I did. Yeah, this place ain't gonna last long.
And it didn't.
Oh damn, they called that shit.
Oh,
called
yeah.
it.
Oh, dude.
The moment I told them,
Call
it
it
was
like
someone
Babe
who
Ruth and a
hadn't
home
worked
run.
there in a while, but they knew all the people who still work there, and they were like, "Yeah, that place ain't gonna last long if they're putting them in charge." But it's not because managerially they don't have the skill set. It's because they can't take themselves out of the job. They make the job about them. They make the building about them. We know all kinds of people like
You just
that.
hit that shit in the fucking head, dude.
Yeah, it's not your building. It's just where you work.
It's like, oh my god. One thing I hated so much about working at Beauty was the music. The amount of fucking people, like, no shade to Afrobeats,
But all shade.
shade. Because first and foremost, it's like you're not about to have a group of white men working on a business meeting or having a business dinner with their coworkers and shit, and having club Afrobeats or like some straight up trap playing
At 7 p.m.
at 7 p.m. And it's like, first and foremost,
Looking at you, Redacted.
it's like, dude, you have families coming in here. You have business people. You have people who are trying to go on dates. You don't want it to be a club, because then you attract a certain crowd. No, kind of shade to that crowd. But if you are going to a restaurant to make it feel
What
like
do you
a
mean that
club-
crowd? Sorry.
we need that crowd. Yeah, sure. But the thing is, like, look, if you're a restaurant,
Oh, you need us
That's
now,
right, you
huh?
do need
us
that crowd.
now, huh?
That's right, you need that
us-
crowd.
You need the
Every
black
business
dollar.
needs that
You need the
crowd.
black dollar, don't you?
no, it's not even that, because
No, I'm
dude,
joking.
the amount I've actually seen more white women fucking twerk
Oh yeah.
to Afro beats.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do they got ass? Oh.
Sometimes.
All right. Okay.
But the thing is just that
Show me what you're working with, Cindy.
Bringing them saltine beats in here.
You know what I mean?
yeah, dude, and it's like it's fucked because then you have these tables where it's like a family, and then you have these ratchet ass girls just twerking because the music that's played, and it's like,
Yeah.
do you think this family's gonna want to come back?
Yeah.
That's a weird.
Such a
Who are
weird-
you catering to?
Figure out your audience.
Exactly.
and-
That's what
yeah.
I'm like saying, like, no real shade to this crowd, but kind of. But it's like, you know how you are when you're listening to this kind of music, and you just ruin the setting for others.
Yeah.
And we had that so much in that establishment. I literally saw the diminishing of white men in that restaurant.
Oh, man.
Elderly white men.
Can't
Because
stay open without the elderly white man.
what's the money? Who,
That's
Yeah.
these Instagram models.
Yeah.
who else? Who else is gonna pay for a $50 fillet and $80 ribeye?
Yeah.
It's like,
And like
Because if anybody else buys a tomahawk steak, guess what? They're sending it back and making you pay for it.
yeah.
Because that's who you cater to.
And they want
You
that,
cater to the people who don't know what a tomahawk steak is supposed to taste
and they want
like.
it well done,
Exactly.
and then complain that it takes 40 minutes to cook.
Right? Yep. That's who you cater
It's-
to, and that's when you close.
Yeah.
Period.
I'll do you one better. We at Redacted had the BET Awards on at full volume.
oh, I remember that.
Yeah, I talked
Yeah.
about the story before, but it just was like, it was painful. I like BET. I like the BET Awards. Don't want it on while I'm at my restaurant.
No.
And literally, I'm talking to a couple that just came in for their first time. I think we're literally trying to talk about wines or something like that. And I'm trying to walk them through our red wines. And literally, you just have a group of people who I guess they were like friends of Lotto or whatever. And she was performing. So they like run across the restaurant to where the TVs are at the bar to just start getting rowdy and twerking and like super.
As if Lotto could hear them.
As if Lotto was
From
performing
Redacted.
right there. Yes.
You're at Redacted.
Yeah.
You're not even in the GA. You're
No.
not even in the nosebleeds.
They must not
You're
be
at
friends.
Redacted.
Yeah.
They must not be that good.
You
of
weren't that
friends.
close of friends.
Yeah.
If you're at Redacted.
You didn't get no
And-
tickets.
Yeah. And so I had to apologize because like they couldn't even hear me like try to talk them through like what they wanted, and it was just such a jarring thing. And I looked at my manager, I was like, "Bro, what are you doing?" And he felt pressure because a couple people asked to put the volume on for the award show, and he came to me. He was like, "Well, I just felt like if we put it on for the Grammys and the Oscars, and we got to put it on for the BET Awards." I was like, "No, we don't. Like, it's not the same."
Because
And-
the
and
people who were here for the Grammys are not here for
they're
the
not
BET
here,
Awards.
and I feel like he felt that he would have internally. He felt he would have been racist, I guess, if he didn't put it on.
But it's
for the
not
BET
about
Awards.
race.
It's not about
every
that, bro.
race watches the BET
It's
Awards just
fine.
like every other award.
It's just
it is about the mentality and temperament.
of this.
That is what you're
establishment.
talking about.
Yeah.
It's not about race, man. It's
Yeah.
not, because we're the ones saying it.
Yeah,
Like, no. Do you think I want to work in a place that never allows black people in? Fuck no. I would never work in a place that didn't allow black people in, or Mexican people, or any other race. I love meeting every race.
Yes.
I hate meeting broke niggas. That's it. I'm sorry, man. I
Yeah.
don't need to meet you. Let me meet a regular person, no matter what race they are, as long as they respect my job and respect that I respect them, and I'm doing the best I can, and we have a good time mutually.
yeah,
I don't give a fuck what race you are, but just don't be ignorant about it, man.
Yeah.
Like, playing the BET Awards should not be a problem. The problem is the people who want you to play the BET Awards at a restaurant is because they refuse to pay for the BET Awards and just watch it at fucking home. Because spending $7 to watch the awards at home and throw a fucking cookout or a kickback doesn't make sense. But to go to Redacted and spend $50 on a $200 tab that you get comped down to $50 because you complain for
And
everything,
you still split it
makes
7 ways.
way more sense, because we outside.
yeah.
We don't want you outside. We want you inside. Get your ass back in the fucking house, bro.
Please.
We don't want you here. Seriously. I don't give a fuck what race you are. Take your ass inside.
It's not a race thing. I promise you, it's not.
but this is the thing though. I do not like Taylor Swift. I'd rather have Taylor Swift playing in a restaurant to.
Oh, I would.
No, but this is the thing. Look, I'd rather have Taylor Swift playing in a restaurant just because it can cater to everyone.
Yeah,
Because if you have a song going from ABBA to Beyonce to fucking, I don't know, the Beatles, if you touch everything, that's why you put a pop playlist.
Okay. I get what you're saying now. Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, you're just saying, don't just put the BET because you feel people are going to do it.
Right.
Do it because you know that there's a crowd. If there's a very big crowd for the BET, yeah, fuck, do it by all means. But if there's not, and you know you have multiple people catering to this company, do the plain and
There
simple.
you go.
I can
Pop culture.
There you go.
I can tell you that Beauty and Essex wanted to be this fine dining, high end, kind of place. Not that it wasn't even in the same ballpark. It was a whole different sport because I worked at a place that was finer, way finer dining in Essex, and they played a pop playlist, a very wide variety. I think the most the I heard there was a 2 Chainz song on the playlist, but it was 2 Chainz with Ariana Grande.
Okay.
So-
it touches
All
everything,
right.
though.
So it's like, okay, you hear 2 Chainz, but you got Ariana Grande on the vocals. The lyrics weren't too out there,
Yeah.
and they would occasionally throw in. There was, I think, older Kanye song, maybe some Kid Cudi, but it was just
Super poppy.
very,
Yeah.
very pop playlist. It didn't just
It's
stay.
approachable though.
Yeah, and you would have families there, but it wasn't too loud. It was just subtle enough to hear it, but again, they didn't stay in one lane. They're like, no, we're this. We need popular music, but also let's throw in some other stuff people don't know. Whatever. I don't know what their thought process was, but if it worked, it fucking worked. You never felt like at one point it's like, damn, there's still playing this shit.
That's how it was
It's like
for us.
8. It's 8
After like
p.m.
8 p.m. every fucking day. That's what it was.
It turned into
Afrobeats, just Afrobeats.
Yeah.
Same
100% of the
How do you try to have a club environment in a fine dining place? That doesn't make sense. The only time they ever did turn it into a club atmosphere was New Year's Eve, and the owner closed the doors, and whoever was there could party it up, and that was it.
New Year's Eve was fucking worse for me. Oh my fucking god. That was by far the worst New Year's that I've ever worked.
Was I already out with my fractured wrist? I think I was.
Yeah, you were out. You weren't
Damn,
there.
never
That's
mind.
part of why it was so
Thinking about
bad.
Lay the scene.
Thinking about it.
We really didn't have any bar backs. That place was supposed to have 5 bartenders that night. It only had 2, and we had 2 temp bartenders that came in. And then instead of just changing the menu and saying, "Hey, we cannot offer our normal menu tonight. We understand that while you did pay to come here on New Year's and you expected this level of service because of COVID, because that's what was happening, and other bartenders had moved on to other places as well because they didn't want to fucking work there. We do not have a full staff. So can you please keep your cocktails very simple, vodka cran, maybe a Cosmo lemon drop, sidecars, things like that, classic cocktails, Manhattans. We just cannot provide our normal cocktail menu, which a lot of times was between 5 and 7 steps, sometimes 8.
Oof.
On New Year's, and they had one bartender who worked there downstairs and one bartender who worked there upstairs. And then the other ones were just the temps. And one of the temps that I was working with upstairs, kind of cool, knew their shit, was just like, hey, I'm just going to do the simple shit. Any of the special cocktails, I'll just hand to you. I was like, bet, got it. We were working well together. Then I got moved bars because they were like, well, we can't have you upstairs because you're faster than our bartender that's downstairs. And it's no shade to anybody, but skill level. What? Huh? He's not trying to say it into that.
Sorry.
Yeah. So it's like it's not any shade towards anybody. It's just, okay, your skill set means you're supposed to be down here. This bartender's supposed to be up there. It doesn't mean that you're better per se. It's just for this situation,
This is what you're
we
fixed
need
for,
you
yeah.
downstairs to where you can knock out these cocktails this way.
Right.
I go downstairs, the fucking temp bartender or whatever is fucking lighting orange peels and shit on fucking fire, trying to provide a show. And I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, well, this is what I do, and this and that.
Okay.
And it's because he's from Australia. And he's like, well, over there, everything's about pageantry and a show and this and that. And I was like, well, everything
Well, down
here
under,
tonight
we do it this
is
way.
about getting it out as fast as possible. You know, treat it like you're scared of a pregnancy. Pull out as fast as you possibly fucking can. All right? Let's go. Let's make this fucking money, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
And at the end of the night, I remember counting money with the other bartender. And even though we weren't tipping out the temp bartenders because they were getting paid a higher hourly by the company, which will gladly do it in an emergency.
What?
No, it was just 35 flat.
Yeah. They'll do it in an emergency is what I'm saying.
Wow.
But for us, we got to keep our tips. but because the wait times for drinks and everything was so fucking bad, on New Year's Eve, splitting all the tips that 4 bartenders made, I made more this past Saturday, or almost as much this past Saturday.
On a New Year's
And I had
Eve.
a great night. I'm not acting like I make that every Saturday,
Sure,
but it was a
yeah.
great night.
Yeah.
And I think I might have made maybe $100 less than what I made that night.
Fuck.
Like, that doesn't make any sense when
Yeah.
you're working this job and you're working as hard. I'm talking, we were sweating. Like I said, it wasn't about skill level, it was
Sure.
about skill set.
Right.
That other bartender was working just as hard as I was and doing everything that they could to keep that place fucking running as
Yeah.
smooth as possible, just like I was. They just were not put in the right fucking situation.
Right.
That's all it was. But once we were put in the right situations, eventually we were able to catch up. It was smoother for the rest of the night, to where me and that other bartender at the end of the night, like, yo, we were dapping each other up. Like, yo, we held it down. We did the best we could because we knew we had each other's fucking back,
Right.
no matter what. But to still walk out with so little after doing so much is so deflating.
Yeah.
And I had that happen multiple times there, but I've had it happen multiple times in multiple places.
Sure.
Where you know the amount of work you put in. Also, you see what your tip out is supposed to be. But then when you get your check, there's so much less than what you were looking for. So even when we do get the tips that we've earned, we still don't get the tips that we earned, which kind of makes me feel like what it's like to be a woman. Always left one more. Sorry, ladies. We wish we could do better.
We try.
Actually, it's a compliment, right? That's what we say.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay.
Perhaps.
Oh,
It's
God.
not my fault. It didn't last that long. That's your fault.
You just were too great.
I don't know how much time we have left. How are we?
If you want to wrap something up, let's do that. I just had one wrap up before that while you're setting that up, maybe.
I
This
got-
is pretty short.
I got nothing.
You got nothing?
Yeah, I got
Okay.
nothing. I
So,
mean, we can show a video.
Well, then
but-
let me. Well, he can't see the screen anyway.
show
So
my
let
mom.
me just. I wanted to end it by saying this because I know for those who know the three of us and know our time at Beauty, and for some of your former peers that you literally were just working with a week ago. I don't want anyone to feel like this just turned into let's bash a place that closed. It really sucks to see a place fucking close. No, regardless of how you feel about how it's being run or who's in charge of it, it sucks to see a place close. It's different when you leave on your own terms, because by then you've already thought of all the ways that they ain't shit, like you leave in a relationship. That's why for us it's like one thing, for him it's another thing, and for some of the other people that work there, you know, I've seen some of their posts, man. They're gonna miss that place. They're gonna miss those friends because they know it's never gonna be like that again. It's
Yeah.
places like that, especially when you build those bonds, like just being in the trenches with those people, it, you know, kind of feels similar to like going to college or something like that, or, you know, just one of those experiences where you do it for a couple years and you go your separate ways and you still keep in touch with those people. And I still have some really good friends from my time at Beauty, and I don't regret going there in the slightest bit. I also don't regret leaving. I just regret that things just had to go the way that they went. Because you always want things to go as positively as possible, but you got to subtract egos, man. You got to take your ego out of it. You got to think about not just what's best for your ego and yourself and what you want, but what's best for those around you, the guests that you're trying to take care of, and the business that you're trying to make money for. Sometimes you just have to subtract yourself from the situation, even though you might be in the middle of it. And I would hope that with a place like Beauty closing and other places that we've known that have closed in the last 6 months, that we'll see a change and a shift in the way that a lot of these places are run. We don't want to see our favorite places closing. I don't even want to see my least favorite places closing. I wasn't happy that beauty was closing.
Yeah.
It was just more of a aha moment. But then when you think about all the people that would rather be at work tomorrow, that fucking sucks, man. So I don't want
right there with you.
anyone to feel like we're making light of that or just trying to pile on, but of course we have our own like scars. It's like hearing that your ex moved on to someone else and then they got divorced. It's like I feel bad for the person that was on the other end of it, but I knew that shit wasn't gonna work.
I do want to piggyback on that and say I'm not happy it closed. I'm just happy that the person left in charge failed. That's what I'm happy about. Again,
That's
I
fair.
feel for the people I used to work with and people that work there that now they don't have that place they can go into tomorrow or whatever. Like I feel for them. It sucks, right? It sucks. That's what I was happy about, is that under the watch of this person, it failed because of how dirty they did me, and then you too, man. It fucking everything you said, I was like, bro, I felt every bit of that because that's what they fucking did to me. They pushed me out by saying, well, we're just gonna give you 2 days, and the 2 days we give you are the worst fucking days to make money. So you are fucking with my money. When I sent in my resignation letter, that was the kindest courtesy I could have gave them, because I should have not even sent that. I should have just not.
Honestly, yeah.
I should have just not showed up,
I
deleted the
remember
number,
the smile
blocked it.
you had when you told me you turned in that resignation. It was cheek to cheek, dude. It was so ecstatic.
Because I was just like, yeah, I shouldn't have even done that. I really that is my biggest regret from that place, is sending them a resignation email.
Yeah.
I don't know why I did that. I felt compelled to, because I felt like that was gonna reflect on me. Fuck that
Yeah.
place.
I mean, same reason I felt that way. You remember mine. I don't know if you knew about mine, but when I sent in my resignation letter, they emailed me back saying, so does this mean that your last day is on this day or the last day is on this day? Because technically the next working day is this. I was like, no, motherfucker, my last day is 2 weeks from yesterday, not 2 weeks from next week. I told you 2 days ago. You've had 2 days to know that I'm leaving. Oh, but we got to have it for the records. You do?
Well, that's for the record.
What the fuck you think this email was? Come on, man.
The moment that hit your inbox, that's the moment
Bruh,
it started.
you knew what this was.
That's wild.
Ignores it. I never opened it, so it didn't happen.
Okay, this is a video that I came across, and I thought it was
Yeah.
funny because we all experienced it.
The face.
The face that she makes, like,
She makes like. You look at your other bartender, you're just like,
This
I just
motherfucker.
love how she waited to the end to look at us. Like,
Yeah.
So
yeah, no, this was said.
This is a real thing.
Yeah.
So I texted us and saying, what was the text? Hennessy Cadillac Margarita. Because we did this specialty cocktail thing for this past event this weekend, and one of them was a Cadillac Margarita. But because the promoters had sponsored the alcohol, we were able to lower the price so people would order it more, and they did. They're like, oh yeah, can I get the Cadillac Margarita, but can I do it with Hennessy instead? They're like, oh, can I just do a Hennessy Margarita? I'm like, okay, well, then it would be a different price. They're like, yeah, that's fine. Actually, make it a Hennessy Cadillac Margarita. She said it
Then
with
just-
so much confidence,
just
smile, and I for a split second I wanted to say, do you just want a sidecar?
Sidecar?
But then I was like, you know what? No, if you're gonna do that,
Well, it's between lemon and lime.
if you're gonna
they don't know.
They wanted a side.
I know, but they don't know.
They don't know that. But it's like, if you're gonna drag me through this valley of stupid, I'm a stupid right with you.
Yeah.
Fuck it, let's do it.
Let's do it.
So I made it, and I turned to my coworker. I'm like, do you know what this bitch just fucking ordered for me?
Maybe.
Do you
those
know?
eyes too.
Do you know what this bitch just ordered for me? She ordered a Hennessy Cadillac Margarita. She should have just ordered a fucking sidecar.
Maybe
But I still did it anyways.
Maybe
'cause
she prefers lime juice.
She wants
Or
sugar.
maybe-
She wants salt instead of sugar.
Or maybe someone told her it was limon.
But I still used agave too. I was like, you know what? Have this one.
Fuck.
Take it.
Yeah.
Take it.
Well, you know.
But
That
I
is-
was just, I had that face. I was like, That exact same
Well,
face
just
you
remember when Kyle was up here a year ago, he said a Hennessy margarita is actually pretty fucking tasty.
It is.
I'm just saying, maybe this stupid just didn't know how stupid they were being, and understanding that, hey, just say you want a sidecar with lemon, not a lime juice. Yeah, they took you through it.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
could have
I'm
just went
saying.
straight there, but she
But
said this
they
way.
don't know. That's what we're here for.
That's why I was complaining so much about that event, because it was just like there was a lot of obstacles we were going through, and we could have just got straight through it.
But again, let's remember that
Yeah. Yeah, I
everyone
know.
else doesn't
know.
understand cocktails, even though they order it everywhere they fucking go. Because how many times do people come to you and say, well, what can you make with tequila? And I'm like, well, what do you want? I don't know. You're the bartender. Yeah, exactly.
Give me
So
a
what the
direction.
fuck do you
Sweet.
want?
Sour.
Yeah.
Spirit
Yeah,
forward.
like you were saying.
Oh no, I was gonna say I think people do that specifically with the when they're trying to get a fucking deal, and it's just like specifically like for
Maybe.
instance on our happy hour. I have two quick stories. So on our happy hour, we don't have any tequila drinks. I don't know why that is. Take it up with
It's fucking
redacted.
stupid. Tequila's hot
Oh,
right
I
now.
can tell you why. But I'll wait.
Okay. Yeah. It's just like tequila's really hot in LA and I think most places right now. Put a fucking tequila drink on the happy hour. And so a lot of people, we have basically a super vodka soda and a super sonic gin and tonic. And people are just like, hey, can I do this? But with
Still hate
tequila.
that day.
I know.
Sorry.
It's just, it's
Sorry.
rhyme. I
Sorry.
know.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. It's fine. It's like, it's jumping out of your body. Your hate is jumping out of your body. Specifically, you are P toward redacted. like his level of petty.
I'm pedacted.
Yes. But I saw that this fucking Sunday when I actually was like talking to people and actually being social for once. And mind you, these ladies were very lovely and we had a great conversation throughout the Sunday evening. However, I was looking at them a little crazy when I first got there and I was still getting over my hangover because they had about 3 or 4 rounds bought by other people. I mean, the first 3 rounds by another guy and like another round taken care of by another guy, whatever, which is great. That's what happens at the bars and your cute group of ladies, whatever. However, she decided halfway through that one of the rosés that she got already paid for, she no longer wanted, and she wanted a tequila soda instead. So she kept on trying to get me to take her rosé back and just give her a tequila soda instead because it's already paid for. And I was like, no, I can't do that. We've already been paid for. It's already accounted for. It's done. If you want a tequila soda, you haven't bought anything fucking else all day. Just order a fucking tequila soda and that's it. And she was like, no, I'm good. She waits like 15 minutes, comes back. She's like, hey, so I was wondering if maybe you can take the rosé back and you just charge me the difference in price between the tequila soda and the rosé. And I just was like, girl, no, you clearly want this tequila soda. Just order it, especially when you haven't bought anything else all day. Just get the tequila soda. And she like literally 3 times tried to like hoodwink me.
She was trying to haggle.
Yeah,
Really?
at a bar.
No, she was trying to treat you like GameStop. She's like, can I trade this one in and then pay the difference on a different fucking game?
On a completely different game.
Like, I'm going to trade you this Xbox 360. Can you just charge me the difference between that and the PlayStation 5? I know you can. The Xbox 360's already been paid for. Just press a button.
Yeah.
Bitch, did you think they programmed that button?
It's just not a thing.
It's not cost effective, bitch.
Yeah. And just like people think that you just swap shit. I don't even know how that works. But also the drink's been poured. I can't take it back and pour it back in or redistribute it out. Like it's been poured. I think you drank from it. Even if you didn't, I don't know that. It's just it's done. It's accounted for. Also, the thing for me that I just didn't want to throw in her face, I was like, you've had 4 rounds taken care of. Just buy a drink on
Buy
your
a
own
drink.
for once today.
Yeah.
Like, it's fine if that's
Yeah.
what you want.
Broke.
Be a strong, independent woman,
Broke.
please.
Broke. Broke.
Yes.
I think
I think they
people
prefer brocade.
Brocade. Brocade.
People don't realize that the moment we pour it out of the bottle, legally, we're not allowed to do anything else with it if
No.
we're selling it.
Yeah,
We have to throw it out
it's done. It's a wrap.
Legally.
Yeah.
legally.
Or what did Wilson say? It's more of a suggestion.
Yeah, more of a suggestion.
It's more of a
I
suggestion.
don't throw shit out. There's starving kids in Africa. Fuck that. I drink for them.
Speaking
Go
of drinking for
do.
them,
Speaking of drinking for them, you got any last thoughts?
I just wanted to say the reason why they don't have a tequila drink on the menu
yes,
is because, like you said, tequila's popping. It's hot right now.
pay
it's
for
already
it
gonna
full
sell.
price.
Why would I give it to you at a lower price if I know you're going to pay for it?
And I know,
That's what these businesses are doing to you.
Yep.
And to you, both cameras. I don't know which one we're going to use. So
And to you.
pointing
And you.
at both of you,
And
cross-eyed
you.
again. Like,
Stop thinking.
they're charging you. They're saying you are willing to pay whatever I tell you
Dance,
to pay.
monkey, dance.
And then you're only going to take it out on the person that works for me as long as they don't realize that they can go work somewhere else.
Yeah.
So,
because instead of putting it on the happy hour, I'm gonna make you pay $30 for
Right.
a Casamigos margarita.
Repanado,
Resposado.
Respirado.
Desperado.
Yeah.
Desperado.
Respirado
Damn.
is like the
I
winner.
wonder if Antonio Banderas ever fucking bartended.
He
feel
probably
like-
hate the Resposado people as well.
No, he got the Respirado people. That's what he got. You got any final thoughts, last things you want to leave the audience with, or, say fuck Beauty in Essex or some shit like that?
Not only fuck Beauty in Essex.
Oh,
Get up,
say
get up
that,
on
say
that
that.
mic.
But
Get
to
up on
be
that mic.
honest,
Get up on that mic.
it's more like I know I made friends there, and I know these two are like a result of that. But I sometimes wish I should have taken their advice and left earlier, because even after a year of taking it all in and becoming a bartender, I should have been, and I am now. I still don't think it was worth it being there for that long. It's like
what you're saying is it's not worth your ass hurting as much as it does.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
you
it's
should've
like
just
sometimes
got out when we told you that there was never going to be any lube. And you were like, eventually they're going to care about me. They keep whispering in
No,
my ear.
I knew they were never
And
going to
then
care
you woke
about
up
me.
and you're like, my ass still hurts.
But the thing is like I know I still could have become the bartender I am now somewhere else
yeah,
with other different people.
yeah. And your ass wouldn't hurt so much. Seriously.
Uh,
You could have just gone
Yeah.
somewhere else with some people who fucking respected you.
Give you like
I
at least
don't-
some Vaseline, like shit.
I'm just
Fuck,
saying,
that's at least some
Yeah.
spit. The fuck.
taking the
Kiss
jokes
me,
out of
goddammit.
it, taking the jokes out of it,
around.
remembering, just remembering what the chefs were saying. Like, remember Will was like, no, I'm gonna try to train you to be the best that you can to work wherever you want to work. But it's not about taking advantage of you, man. You know,
Mm.
I was telling someone this the other day about how places like that, they prey on the people that when they finally make some decent money working in a place that they feel is more upscale, they're willing to stay longer. But those are the places that hurt you the most the majority of the time, man. The majority of the scars we have from the service industry come from either the diviest bars that have no protection or
Beauty in
really
Essex.
the corporate bars who act like they have protection, but really they don't give a fuck about you.
I mean, I built some tough skin there, so I don't mind, and I
For
kind of
sure.
appreciate that was my first industry job.
Yeah.
Ran through it all, and
No, they ran through you all.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it. Goddamn, thank you. I
a
appreciate
missed
you.
opportunity, damn it.
Mm.
But yeah, dude, I don't know.
See,
It's,
my other bartender clocked in. He was on the schedule.
no, yeah, man. It's just I'm a miss it there, but I know for a fact it's not even about that old verbiage, the old saying, there's always greener pastures. It's just one of those factors. There is no doubt in my mind I will find something better.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because it's like that's what that place was. You get there, you're too comfortable, you don't want to leave. Even though you know that you go anywhere else, you can make more money, you can do better, have better people. But it was just like, I wanted to stick it.
It showed you what you really wanted.
Yeah.
It showed you what like a better a working relationship could look like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now I know my worth. So
I mean, there's
We all-
something to be said for that as well.
We all need that partner
Yeah.
to kind of like show us like who we could be or who we should be with. So
As long as we're not with them.
Beauty was your
Yes.
your toxic relationship.
yeah,
very much was.
Damn.
He's got that 1,000-yard bartender, sir. See,
Damn.
He's
He's
got
remembering
it.
all the time Beauty checked his phone.
Oh man, I'll
Whose
bet you
elbow,
the shit.
bro? Why you talking to this bitch all the time?
Who's she?
Shit, man. Is Scum and Villainy hiring? Check them out.
Ooh,
They're probably not. Places like that.
Nah,
Not even just that. I'm
they're
not gonna
super-
lie. I know I'm a nerd. I know weird, but I can't fuck with that place.
No.
Yeah.
I'm
they have
not
some
that.
weird,
I
nasty
liked
ass
it.
drinks.
I liked it the one time I was there, but only the one time I was there.
Right.
It is a one-time place.
One time it's a one-stop shop.
It's a good tourist attraction.
Don't want
for
to shit
sure.
on Skull.
No, it's
Oh,
a nice
yeah,
fucking.
yeah.
No, it's
You're
a-
great.
Yeah,
It's great.
yeah.
Especially if
yeah.
you're visiting
Yeah.
LA, please check it
Seriously.
out.
Yeah, no,
Check it out.
Everyone should have a one night stand with Scum and Villainy.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
that's the
Just
Cool
go
ass
ahead.
bar.
Yes.
Just
Cool
go.
ass little thing.
We've all had to go through there.
Yeah,
Just wrap up, baby.
it was a few
Use the
times for
straw.
me. Yeah, it's just that there's a level of nerdiness, and
Yeah.
like I'm like right there, and they're like up here.
Oh,
It's like
You
yeah.
can't
Yeah.
keep up with their nerdiness.
I can't keep up. No, I mean I can, but
it's
it's
like
just
you know how to
You
twerk.
choose not to.
I choose not.
You
to.
know how to
not to.
twerk, but they be pussy popping on a handstand. You're like, nah, I'm not built for that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well then,
No,
if
sir, no,
nothing
sir.
else,
Yeah.
we can go ahead and do this
Cheers, y'all.
shot. So
Hope y'all enjoyed.
we don't have to get
And,
up. Or maybe
R.I.P. to Beauty. All bullshit aside.
rest in piss. You won't be missed. That's what I'm gonna say.
Cheers, beauty.
Cheers. Bye, everybody.